Hi.
Hello, Hot Vibes.
Welcome back to Sense8. We're on Season 2, Episode 1. Happy fucking New Year. Happy fucking New Year, everyone.
Yeah, in March.
Yeah.
It would work better in February, because that's at least, like, Lunar New Year, but it's March, and we're kind of fucked in that situation.
Yeah. It's like, I was watching, I reacted to a K-pop music video, and it was a Christmas song by a group I've been listening to, and I was like, Merry Christmas, everyone, in March! Oh, goodness. No, yeah, I love this episode. This episode is, like, kind of chaotic, but it's because we're finding out, like, where everyone is.
Yeah.
Right now.
So, I'll be honest, I watched this episode on Sunday.
Today is Sunday.
Last Sunday.
Oh, last Sunday.
Like, yes,
oh.
like last Sunday, because my computer was having, like, issues, like, starting, so I couldn't edit. So, like,
Oh,
fuck it, I'll
shit.
throw it on. And I did. So, I don't really remember much.
Oh, no.
I remember things I really liked about the episode
Yeah.
that we'll get into. I also know things I didn't really like.
Okay.
Specifically with certain characters who I did once like, and now not so much anymore.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
So
Okay.
we'll dive in when we get there, because
We'll see how this goes, because like I'm very good. I'm not very good at this because you stick to your guns, but like I'll try my best to convince you otherwise, depending on the characters. So
I mean, we'll see.
okay.
So how was your week this week?
Gosh, how was my week? Oh my god, yesterday. This is like literally so not important to anyone else, but yesterday, like I was sitting there and I've been opening Pokemon Go recently. I just sent you a gift, by the way.
I sent you a gift this morning because I saw you were
I
on.
got
I'm like,
it.
hey.
I got it, and so now I sent you one. From my old community pool. Because they have the little pictures of postcards. But oh gosh, no, I opened it the other day, like in the morning, just being like, oh, let's open it. And I went into nearby Pokemon, and there was a Bulbasaur. And I was like, where is it? And like, I started like, I was gonna run outside to go and look for it, because it was like 4 spots away, 5 spots away. I was like, I don't know where that is. So like, maybe I'll go outside. And so I went outside right when my mom was leaving. And so I opened the garage door again, and she was like, what are you doing? And like, I was like, there's a Bulbasaur. She's like, dear God. So I was gonna go find it, and right when I was telling her there was a Bulbasaur, it disappeared. So I went back inside,
no.
and he came back, and he was like 1 spot closer, and I was like, where the hell are you? And so I Googled, how do you find nearby Pokemon? And I could not find it for the life of me, and then he disappeared and didn't come back, so I lost a Bulbasaur.
So, okay, what you do, because I play Pokemon Go, like, pretty much every day.
Mm-hmm.
And what you do is, there are, like, stops. You know when you, like, nearby Pokemon, there are, like, the stops? Like, the Pokestops?
Yeah, the
They're, like, a
Pokestops?
picture. Yeah, they're, like, the thing you spin to get, like, things.
Yeah.
You need to go near that stop in order to find it.
My friend, there are no Pokestops near me. Near my work there are, maybe.
Then that's the way to do it. Cause
Like, literally, if you open my Pokemon Go right now and just, like, look around, like, you can't even see anything in the distance. Like, there's nothing.
Oh, wow.
So, I literally sit here just hoping that a Pokemon will show up.
Well, what you can also do is you can also, like, click on it, and then, like, this screen comes up, and if you click the footprints,
Not
it
for
will...
me!
Huh?
Not for me.
Well, if you click on it...
I tried. I did click on it.
Oh.
It just, like, I click on it and nothing happens. Nothing pops up. It just goes, you are clicking. I'm like, yeah, I know. What? You couldn't do anything?
Well, for me, if you do it and you click the footprint, it will show you where to go.
Oh, what the hell? It didn't do that for mine. It literally just doesn't do anything.
Do you need to update it or something? Like, I don't know why that's an issue for you.
I don't know. Let me look. Do I need to update it? Let me see. No.
Weird.
There's no update. That's so mean. Is this just because I'm a Samsung user? Because you bitches.
I was gonna say maybe it has more to do with, like, the phone itself. I don't know, but, like...
I hope not. That's really mean. I wanted a Bulbasaur and I didn't get one. Anyway. So that happened. I lost the Bulbasaur. I got like 50 bajillion Littens because it was Litten Day yesterday, apparently.
Yeah.
Dude, I got so many. Every time I opened the app, there were like 2, and I'm like, Jesus, I'm catching like 50 of you guys.
Ironically enough, I found no Littens on Litten Day.
You
I'm
found no
about
Littens?
that.
Oh my goodness. I found so many. I was like, Mom, open the app. There's like 50 bajillion Littens. And she was like, okay. And she got like 1. And she was like, I don't see any more. You must have got them all.
Did you get a shiny Litten?
No.
Because I know during like Litten days or like other Pokemon centric days, they're like the chance of finding a shiny is increased.
Actually, what do they look like if they're shiny?
Well, it's a different color. And
Oh,
it will have a little, like, I think Littens are white instead of black.
really? Because I got a bunch of black and red ones.
Well, oh no, I mean, yeah, like regular Litten is black and red.
Oh,
And
okay.
I think shiny is white and I don't know the other color.
I would guess blue, but like, no, I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, no. And also, it'll, like, there will also be a sparkle, and like on the name, it will be like when it says, "Oh, blank has appeared," the name will be like golden, and like there will be like a little symbol that's had like sparkles on it that means shiny.
I've not gotten any shiny Pokemon.
Dude, I have like a bunch of shiny. I'm like a
What?
shiny collector over here.
See, let me.
I still
let
have
me
your
look-
shiny Bulbasaur too. Like,
What? Oh,
remember? I have a shiny Bulbasaur for you.
oh yeah, that's right. What? No, we need to. Okay, the second we get our friendship level up high enough and then meet up, you have to give me that Bulbasaur.
Yeah, because I've been hanging on to it, and I'm just like, it's still just hanging out here. It's purified. It's shiny. It's like,
Oh my baby.
it's like the epitome of Bulbasaur. I'm like, I'm waiting for you to let's go.
I always think that we gotta keep sending each other gifts to up that level.
Yeah.
But like every time I open the app, my buddy is with me because I keep feeding it. And so like I open the app and I go, Bulbasaur! And I'm like, wait, that's mine. That's my Bulbasaur. Let me see. Do I have any shiny Pokemon? How do I
You can type in
tell?
shiny and then it will
I
come
can
up.
type in.
Or there's like a thing where you can click on the shiny logo in search.
See, I typed in shiny and there's nothing.
Yeah, so you have no shiny Pokemon.
I have no shiny Pokemon. How the hell do I have no shiny Pokemon?
Well, I've also been playing like every day since the game came out in 2016. So like
I took
mean,
a mini break. Every once in a while, I would still like open it and then catch one and then disappear again for a few months. But like,
yeah.
that's about it. But like,
I also have
it's
two
so
shiny
annoying.
Uxies, which is legendary Pokemon.
What the fuck?
To be fair, it was during a legendary Sinnoh day, so like that's
Okay.
why. And I've been asking my brother, like, if you ever get the shiny legendary I don't have, like, I'll trade one for him. And same rule will apply to you too. If you ever get a shiny legendary I don't have, like, I'll trade it to you. I don't care.
I don't even have a legendary.
You don't have a legendary either?
I don't know. Let me look. Like, this is just turning into Pokemon now. I swear.
Yeah, no. So I have a shiny Cacturne, two shiny Uxie, a Chimecho, Togekiss, Darmanitan, Lunastone, Bulbasaur, Cofagirus, Gengar, Raticate, Steelix, Raikou, Blissey, Wailord, Gramble, Archelops, Hitmontop, Dugtrio, Linecroc, Obstagoon, Beware, Gumshoe, Manectric, Quagsire, Stunfisk, Curlia, Toxicroak, Noctowl, Clamperl, Blastoise, Hydreigon, Klinklang, Seismitoad, Sandslash, Light,
Bruh.
Knobrock again, Ninetales, Executor, Scoutland, Weezing, Nidoking,
You got a
Arbok,
nine-
Wish,
oh
Strash,
my
Ban,
God.
Banette, Pinsir, Slacking, Magnezone, Jolteon, Vaporeon, Leafeon, Glaceon, Giratina, Emboar, Ladian, Raticate, Grumpig, Garchomp,
Bruh.
Altaria, Wurmple, Alakazam, Sunflower, Superior, Azumarill, Poliwrath, Probopass, Thundurus, Tornadus,
Friend.
Talonflame, Raichu, Politoed, Wigglytuff, Medicham, Roserade, Weevil, Beartic, Pidgeot, Ninjask, Scizor, Celebi, Tauros, Magmortar, Electivire, Honchkrow, Unfezant, Xatu, Mighty Deanna, Fortress, Yanmega, Cocoon,
Fucking crap.
Ampharos,
I get it. You have a lot of legendary shiny
Sceptile,
Pokemon.
Blaziken, Butterfree, Charizard, Torterra, Shiftry, Metagross,
Friend,
Meganium,
friend,
Lopunny,
friend.
Empoleon, Marowak, Feraligatr, Luxray, Venusaur, Ludicolo, Sandslash again, Bronzong, Kabutops, and Aggron. That's 111 for those of you who are keeping track. Oh my god.
I literally have 0. I'm looking at it now. It goes legendary, 0. Shiny, 0. Like, and nothing.
You gotta keep playing more. Eventually, you will find them, and when you do, it will be great. It will be exhilarating. When you find your first shiny, it will be exhilarating.
I want a shiny.
The thing is, though, they don't show shiny like in the open world. You need to click on them to like battle them or catch them, and then you will see if they're shiny or not.
Yeah.
So that's what. So just every time you see a Pokemon, click on it, just if in case to see if it's shiny or not. That's the tip.
I want a shiny.
Okay.
I swear. Pokemon Go, I've been getting really into it again, but there's nothing here, so like I have to like stay here and go like, please
you can use incense.
I do use incense, but like I only have 5 left, so I'm trying to be like chill about it. And I use the 15-minute one every day, but the 15-minute one, I swear to God, doesn't do anything.
15-minute one only works if you're moving.
Really?
Yes, I realized that the hard way because like when I was in my room one day and I wasn't really going, I used it and I think only one showed up during the
Yeah.
whole 50 minutes. But what I did is I use it when I'm like when I walk home from work or whatever. I realized like more would show up. So you need to be like
Okay.
moving in location. So like,
I would say I'll go for a walk, but it's pouring out, so.
well, not right now. And also we have like the podcast film.
No, I
So
mean like
like we got something.
usually like I used to like go on morning walks and stuff, so I would do it then, but like it's raining. But
Yeah.
so I can't do that. I could take an umbrella out. I have like 30, so may as well. But gosh. No, that's what I've been doing this week is basically being like, "Oh, Pokemon." Cuz like I was working like later shift the other day at work. There was nothing to do. I was hella bored. I was literally walking around the store like, what kind of Pokemon I gotta buy? I found like a Ponyta. I found a Pikachu. I was like, "Ooh, I'm living." Like I got some good ones.
Yeah. Nice.
So there was no Pokestop at my work, but like a little down the way there is. So when we were driving home, I was like, "Get it, get it,
Oh
get it,
yeah.
get it."
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be running out of balls soon if I don't like hit a Pokestop. So
Yeah.
I need to be like, "Hey mom, do you want to go like out for a drive?" But yeah, there's nothing here otherwise. So and I lost the Bulbasaur. So sad.
Yeah.
I still only have 18. My 18 babies. Um. What else happened this week? Other than that. Oh, you know what? It's either coming out today or tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure because it said today, but I'm wondering if that's like on regular TV today and not, and then like HBO Max tomorrow, or I don't know. But like, there's gonna be a new like docu-series or something like that called Quiet on Set. Which,
Oh, I've seen that. I
bruh,
want
I
to
wanna.
watch that.
Me too. It's like out today or tomorrow because I thought it was today, so I clicked on it and it said coming soon on HBO Max. So I was like, maybe it means tomorrow and like today on television or something. I don't know, but like I've been waiting, dude. I'm excited about that. Like that's gonna be nuts. Oh my
Yeah.
god. I've been following that kind of drama like for a bit, like on YouTube. I've seen people talk about it and stuff, but like I want to watch this documentary for sure.
Yeah.
That's gonna be revealing. So that's something I'm interested in. I don't know what else happened this week. I guess there were many comebacks. Tay. Tay had a
Oh yeah,
comeback.
I saw that.
I love that song. It's so
That was a nice song.
It's really good and the music video is like mental, but I really like it.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. I have no idea what else happened this week to be honest with you. I fell off my diet wagon a little bit.
Oh no.
I had a bunch of pizza yesterday, and I bought like 3 sugary things from the store, including Pop Tarts because I was really feeling it. So I was like, "Oops!" So now I have all this sugary stuff that I have to finish, so that it's not in my house anymore. But yeah, oh well, things happen. Other than that, I don't think anything else happened this week. If something did, I will remember it and mention it, but I don't remember at all. So yeah, how about you?
Nothing really. I worked regular same old. Oh, I went to my LASIK consultation this week,
Oh yeah,
and I'm getting the surgery done on the 28th.
you'll be able to see.
Yeah, it'll be crazy. It'll be weird. I don't know. I'm excited.
Crazy. You're gonna be on your things and people will be like, "Where are the glasses?" You're like, "I don't need them."
Yeah, I mean, actually, sometimes I still do that when I wear contacts. But like, and then people ask,
Yeah.
"Oh, where are your glasses?" I'm like, sometimes I wear contacts. Like,
I forgot that. It's just a thing.
Yeah. No, but yeah, no, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. Well, not fun, but like,
Yay.
it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna come home like it's gonna
Yeah.
be like only friends. you need a what was a force? You need a force. Force book. You need a force. And to be like, I'll take care of you.
I honestly, I really do.
Oh. Sensei. Season 2, episode 1. We're at the beginning of season 2. Technically, this was the special between seasons, but now it's episode 1.
Yes.
So, we start off with we get like a little glimpse of the sensates, as where they are now a little bit. First we see Kala. She's swimming in the ocean. It's a beautiful shot. It's I think the song "Feeling Good" is playing, like Anna feeling good. That one.
Yeah.
So pretty. Oh my god, this scene is like so aesthetically pleasing. And as she's swimming in the ocean, she sees Wolfgang. for an obvious reason, like she loves him. But also he loves water, so that's like a perfect place for him to show up first. All the senseis show up as well. Some notable ones we see is Sun is still in prison, Will is still on drugs. Both aren't doing great. The first time we see the new Capheus is in here as well.
Yes.
He's carrying a water jug, and this is Capheus. So Wolfgang's in a bar, and I do want to note that the show that's on behind him, like behind the bar, is the show that he was mentioning watching a lot in like episodes 1 or 2, when we learned that he used to like to sing, the singing competition show that him and Felix saw when they went to go crack the safe. It's on in the background. So consistency. So Kala gets out of the water. She gets on a boat with Rajan. She's on her honeymoon, so she got married.
Yeah.
To Rajan, and I'll talk more about that once we get a little further in. But some feelings have evolved a little bit there. I will say she's not in the same space she was. She's a little in the same space, but there's been some evolution there. I will say.
For her feelings for Rajan.
Yeah. She does love him, but we'll get to that. I swear she loves him.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure you skipped over the part where she was making out with Wolfgang in the water.
She was making out with Wolfgang in the water, but that does not mean she does not love Rajan.
I mean, I'm just like, again, I was talking about, you know, characters who I liked before not really being good this time around. Unfortunately, Kala was one of them.
No, don't do that to Kala.
Look, I'm not the one having an affair.
She's not having an affair. She's not having an affair. It's a little.
She is married and making out with a dude in her mind in the water, who is also a real dude. But a real dude.
It's a very gray area because, like,
it's not gray.
It is.
At the very least, she's emotionally cheating on him.
Because he's not there though. So like, it's very like.
But it's no. I'm sorry. That is what we call an affair.
Okay, well, don't worry. As we get further into the show, especially like in the like finale, as things like start to build up and just like come to a like, so this is what's happening kind of thing. We'll get there. Don't you worry. I see what you're feeling.
Like, and the other thing, I actually like Colin and Wolfgang as like a couple.
Yeah.
I just don't like it this way. That's my issue.
Don't you worry.
Okay.
We will see all of this evolve into a very specific way. Don't worry. Maybe. No. Yeah, we will. Okay, so she's on her honeymoon. She married Rajan. Yes, she's made out with Wolfgang. But, like, yes. But she is married. That is the takeaway from this. She got married. She's on her honeymoon. They don't mention that specifically in this scene, but it could be kind of assumed if they're on vacation.
We see her with the ring and, like, you know, they're away together. Like, I think that was implied.
Exactly. It's assumed. We also see Will for a moment. He's still on drugs. He is not doing well. He looks bad. Like, he's not shaved. He's sweaty. He's looking really bad. And we also see Angelica for a moment in the water. She's kind of like floating down. In a very like pretty way. But that kind of shows us that she's still like in their minds and in the picture because she's the one that gave birth to them. So yeah. So the first storyline we really see where people talking is Nomi, or technically Amanita, but Nomi and Amanita's little storyline here.
Yeah.
Amanita's still working in her little bookshop. I believe it's the same bookshop. I might be wrong, but she is working in a bookshop because we know she likes books and literature. And she's reading a book about the history of psychic spies. Like, she's getting really into this like sensate like psychic like thing because of Nomi. And she's reading up on it for everything. But then an agent comes into the shop. Agent Bendix is his name. And he's like, Miss Amanita. And she's like, oh my god, you again. Like, she's like, should I filter my answers now? Like, no, Australia, and no. Like, he apparently comes in, asks her the same questions about Nomi all the time. He's a regular. And he's like, oh, I know that's not entirely true, because you've been talking about this. And she's like, have you been reading our texts? And he's like, well, I'm allowed to. And she's like, no, you're not, because if you don't have her number, I know you don't have her number. If you don't have her number, that means you have my number, and that's a felony to be reading my text if you haven't shown me like a warrant or anything like that.
Yeah.
So what is this? And he's like, just know that you helping a fugitive is against the law. Just make sure you remember that. And she's like, yeah. He's a dick, basically. I will say this now. They like to call him Bent Dicks.
I figured, yeah. When
Yeah.
I heard his name, I was like, this is gonna come in handy.
Exactly. It came very much in handy. They call him that all the time. So he sucks, to be honest with you. And it turns out that Nomi is in Amanita's ear because she's watching through the camera and is like, him again? And she's like, yeah, for real. And she's trying to like keep her calm and be like, hey, why don't we get like takeaway tonight? Da da da. And she's like, I'm really. You can tell Amanita's like a bit more stressed this season, a bit more worried because she doesn't necessarily feel safe anymore. But she's still doing her best to stay by Nomi's side, whatever she feels, which I do love. But like, I hope she's doing okay. Then we move to Sun. Sun is still in isolation. She's still not been reunited with the other prisoners. They're still keeping her there. But she keeps thinking back to the last time she saw her brother and last time when she beat him up, kicked his ass. And she seems to be very determined. She's working out, she's practicing her moves, she's kicking the wall and getting in trouble for it. This woman comes up and she's like, that's government property, you want another 2 weeks? And I'm like, dude, that gives the same vibe as like in Titanic, which I don't know if you've seen Titanic, have you? You should, it's great. That gives the same like thing where like the ship is going down right now. Like everything is bad. Like things are getting destroyed. And they have to break through like a wall to get to like a dry area. And this guy is walking around helping guests and he's like, hey, you'll have to pay for that, that's White Star Line property. And they're just like, shut up, dude. Like, will we have to pay for all of this? Like, it's all going down, not this one fucking door. So it's giving the same vibe. Like, dude, I'm not gonna destroy the wall with my foot. Like, I'm not that strong. But either way, she gives her two extra weeks because Sun's like, go ahead, do it. Like, it's not like I have anything else to do in here, but prepare. She seems to be preparing for something. And it's so she can kick her brother's ass, I will say that. Like, she's gonna take him out. And it's keeping her determined, keeping her positive in prison. The thought of taking him out. So, and speaking of someone being taken out, Felix is still in the hospital. And Wolfgang has been spending time with him this entire time. He's been confiding in him, basically. And he's sitting there going, I always fuck everything up. I'm such a problem. And he sees Kala as he's talking about this, walking through the streets of Italy. And he turns around. He's like, no. And she's kind of sad about it. At first, she's happy to see him because it looks like the way she's happy to see him means that he hasn't been showing up much.
Yeah.
He's been avoiding her. And it's very much probably because of, he shot up his uncle in front of her and he's like, no, she deserves to be with someone else. That's not me.
Yeah. So also, like, trying to get over her as well, I think. Like,
exactly, that too. He's trying to get over her as well because he knows she's married now as well. So... But with Capheus now, we get our first glimpse at the new not a glimpse, but we get to see him really with him talking and everything. Yeah. We get to see the new actor. And they're playing off it a little bit, because first they're fixing up the Van Dam, because it did get shot up in the last episode. And they're trying to get it up and running again. And Jella's talking about the other vans, and he's like, oh, did you see the Gobama? Like, that... It looks great. We need to get a new artist in here to paint this. Like, looks are important. People remember a face. And he's like, oh, do they? He's like, yeah, obviously. And Capheus comes down. It's a new actor. And he's just like, no, I think face is important. But I think what's important is the heart. And he's like, speaking of which, you're looking a bit different.
Yeah, I caught that.
It was really good. He's like, oh, yeah, new barber. He's like, oh, you're looking great. So they do play off of it a little bit, which is kind of funny. I do like that they mention it and notice it. Yeah. So it's not like, oh, who are you? It's like, I see. So Hernando is the next person we see. We see him teaching a class, an art class. And a student, a few students, many a student. All the students are getting notifications on their phone. And evidently, it's the fact that the story has broke, the pictures have been released, everyone knows. They've seen it. And Hernando's like, why are you all laughing? Can you fill me in on the joke? And a student goes, oh yeah, for sure. And he like basically throws it up on the projector. How he has access to
I
that,
was gonna say, how did he do this?
I don't know how he has access to that, but apparently he can.
Like, it would have been one thing if he got him and walked over to, like, you know, Hernando's computer and, like, plugged his phone in and, like, and did something like that, like,
Yeah.
to project it, but, like, he's just like, oh, no, Bluetooth. Magic. I have access to your projector for no reason. Like,
evidently Bluetooth is just, like, I guess there's no password behind this thing, so you can put whatever you want up there, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. Because actually, remember in Bad Buddy, oh god, Olm is his actor's name. God, Pat. Good gracious, Pat. Thank you. Pat threw up the picture of Pran with dimples on.
Yeah,
he threw that up there. So like, I guess it's just a thing you can do. Like,
but I mean, I was pretty sure that was planned in advance.
Maybe, I don't know.
And this one was kind of just like, oh yeah, sure, here it is, and like spur of the moment.
I don't know, Bluetooth, man, Bluetooth technology.
I don't know, whatever. Anyway.
But everyone's pretty much laughing and making fun of him for it. But he recovers pretty quickly, and but the student's like, "Oh, is this what you mean by art?" And he was like, "Is it art? What do you think?" Like, he continues to teach. He holds his ground, which I really love.
Yeah.
And the student says he sees, in quotes, shit packer porn, which I fucking hate that sentence. Like, I really hate it. And he's like, interesting that you see that. And he goes on this whole thing about like what art means from the person looking at it, and he says basically the eye of the beholder sees what it wants to see, suggesting that what you want to see is in fact shitpacker porn. You're seeing what you want to see. And everyone's like, haha. Yeah. You're seeing that, so you want it. Win to Hernando there. But he holds his ground, which is amazing. And he talks about what he sees, and he says anyone else who has a more, like, refined mind, basically calling him stupid, period, will see something different. They'll see vulnerability. They'll see people connected to love. And he says, as I've said before, art is love made public, which I love that sentence. It's so pretty. And he sends everyone else on their way. But I really love this scene because I love, like, even though it's, like, very much, like, shit, like, a dread, like, this has been released. So yeah, Hernando, like, stands his ground, and I love this scene because he stands his ground, and he just talks about the beauty that he sees in this. He doesn't, like, feed into everyone's, like, ha ha ha, and he doesn't, like, run off or anything. He's like, this is what I see. And he tries to educate them, which I really do love. Like, that's very much who Hernando is, honestly.
I will say, I didn't notice he also, there was, like, when it first go up, he's like, oh shit. Like, there's a moment of, like, panic on his face, but he does, like, again, like you said, recover very quickly. He recovers pretty
quickly, and he controls the situation, which I really love. That shows how good of a, like, professor and teacher that he is.
Yeah.
So, as all the students leave, Lito arrives, and he's like, Joaquin kept his promise. It's everywhere. It's all over the place. He's like, oh god, like, this is a worry. And he's like, I mean, I guess there's only one thing left to do. I guess, like, it's time to come out. Like, he's not, like, going, I could deny it, I could find a way out of it, which other people in his life are doing, which is what we'll talk about later. Yeah. But he's like, no, here we go, time to come out. So he knows that he doesn't want to hide anymore. If it's out there, it's out there. Yeah. So now with Will and Riley, they're asleep on the bed, but Will, in a drugged haze, starts seeing visions of Angelica. He sees her in a forest, kind of like doing some scientific stuff, which we'll talk about in a second. And then he sees her in the church. And she kind of asks him about his life. She says, so were you a cop? And he says, I am a cop, which very much shows that he's holding on to the life he had before all this began, hoping that once it's all over, he could maybe go back. He's not letting that go, which, along with the other sensates and Riley, is kind of what's keeping him from losing it completely, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And
she says that she was an ecologist before all this. So she was a environmental science kind of person. She loved the environment. She says that she used to see the beauty in the world and all things, but now she can only see what he sees, i.e. whispers. And she says, but that's okay because I have a plan. And she reaches under the mattress where the gun is from the first episode. And she says, this is my way out. And she hands it to Will. And he basically, like, in the dream, in the vision, kills himself, which wakes him up real quick. He sits up, and Riley's like, oh God, is he here? Do I need to get you another shot? And he was like, no, I saw Angelica. And she was like, okay, well, it's all right, you're safe here. She keeps repeating it. She holds on to him. She's making sure that he knows that he's safe. And I really love them. I think they're very, like, healthy, not toxic couple, and especially in the situation that they're in, you know? But now moving over to Sun, apparently her lawyer has been replaced. Sun comes in and there's a new lawyer there. And she's like, where's the old lawyer? And he was like, oh, he decided that there was a conflict of interest. And she was like, he was threatened, wasn't he? And the guy looks over at the camera for a second and he's just like making sure that nobody's listening. And he's just like, yeah. He's definitely been threatened. So they sit down and he says, I believe the law has failed you. I'm going to get you out of here because you shouldn't be in here. But apparently the courts rejected the appeal that they put up because the documents that they have that would, you know, exonerate her or like clear her of all charges have to be validated by her father, who is now dead. So they rejected it. They're like, we don't know if these are real or not. We have to hear it from your dad, who is gone and can't do that. So they've rejected her appeal completely. And he's like, but I'm going to subpoena your brother. And she's like, if you want my advice, you stay away from him because he's more dangerous than you think he is.
Yeah.
And also, when I get out, I want him where I can reach him. Yeah. I was like, hell yeah. Hell yes. She is ready to kill him. She really is.
Oh, yeah.
And I, for one, can't wait for her to get out of prison so all that can just commence. Yeah. You know, I need to see that. But so that's where Sun is at the moment. Goodness gracious. So now we kind of get a glimpse of everyone. There's a couple of parts in this episode that is just everyone, where it kind of flickers back between a lot of people. Evidently, we see Nomi and Amanita, and they're being told, or we see Amanita, and then she's being told that Bendix has been showing up at the women's building. So he kind of knows that that's where they are, because he's probably been following Amanita, to be fair with you.
Yeah.
And we also see Leto show up where Nomi is, because Nomi's inside and she's like, oh, come on up, we'll get some food, da-da-da. And then she rounds the corner and she was like, oh, Leto's here. So
yeah,
she sits down and talks to Leto, and he's like, I don't know whenever I'm afraid, I just end up coming to you. And she said, if what I told you last time made you do something that you didn't want to do yet, or you were uncomfortable with doing, I am so sorry, I didn't mean it like that. And he was like, no. Like, what you said helped me a lot. And I loved that conversation, so I fully agree. Like, it helped me a lot. Like, I didn't even need it. Like, I love that conversation. So, he was like, can I ask you one question, though? When you came out, did anything like this happen? And she visits him, and he's in the car with Hernando and Danny, and he's being bombarded with paparazzi. Paparazzi are all outside his apartment building, and they are swarming the car, and the F slurs on the wall, graffitied on the wall. And it's like his own personal hell, to be honest with you. It's terrible. And she's like, oh my god. Like she feels it. Like they all do. And we go over to Kala for a second, who's talking to Rajan, and she's like, I've been feeling really trapped. And he said, if that's because of me, I'm really sorry. And she says, no, it's not really in a physical way. And if I try to explain it to you, you're going to think I sound crazy. And he's like, try me. I love that he's game for anything. He's like, go nuts. I will not think you're crazy. And she says that there's people she feels connected to all over the world. And some are completely innocent, but they're in prison when they shouldn't be. Some are trapped by circumstance. And some are trapped by the fact that the world is telling them they can't love who they want to love. And she's feeling everyone being trapped in their situations. Even though she's currently not trapped in a situation, she's feeling everyone else's drastic, like, oh god, like, I don't know what to do. And it's stressing her out. And Rajan goes like, Kala, calm down. Like, I know what this is about. He doesn't. But he's like, I know what this is about. I talked to your mother, and she's like, oh God, like, you didn't tell her we're not having sex, did you? And he's like, oh, I did. Like, he says it like he thinks it was the right thing to do. Like, oh, yeah, of course I did. And she immediately is like, oh God. Like, no, that was so invasive of you. Like, how could you do that? Like, and she said, did you ask her if I was still a virgin? And he was like, well, I mean, like, and she was like, okay, no. Like, that was immediately, like, not okay of you. Like, at all. And basically, like, she kind of like, she's like, I hate that word. And it goes to back to Leto. She's in the car as well, and she sees virgin written on the wall.
Yeah.
And so we'll go through them here. Everyone is kind of flickering through going, I hate that word, I hate that word. And they're seeing their own word on the wall.
Yeah.
And Leto sees the F slur, Kala sees the word virgin. We also see Nomi sees freak, Riley's says slut, Will's says pig, Capheus has the N word on his, Wolfgang has the word, I don't want to get tagged for this, N @ Z exclamation point. I don't want to get like tagged for it or something,
Yeah.
but like, because I also hate that word, but like, because I hate the people.
Yeah.
And Sons says bitch, which we knew because she did say one time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you call me bitch one more time, I'm gonna
call me bitch one more time. Try. She hates that word as well. So like, we see everyone's words, and I'm not gonna speak too much on this, but I've seen people be like, really, Will's is like the least like impactful because like it just says pig. Like, yeah, duh. But like, I'm not gonna go into the feelings I have about police or anything like that. But I'm gonna separate this from that a little bit just by saying, like, yeah, they're not just like, ooh, words that are hurtful to people. It's words that are hurtful to these specific sensates. So, like, yes, it's less impactful as a whole, as a community, as a societal problem, but like, it's just the words that these specific sensates don't like hearing. So I'm gonna separate it a little from the societal expectations and say that's what this is.
What would your word be?
That's a very good question.
Or do you have a word? Because I don't think I have a word. Like, there is not a single word where I'm like, oh, I don't like that. It's kind of like, I just don't care. Maybe because I don't get offended by anything. Maybe that's why. But like, I just don't. I don't think I have a word that would really be like, oh, I don't like that.
I kind of do have a word actually.
Ooh.
And it's not like a bad word or anything, but like, I always call it the D word because like, I literally hate it. I've hated it since I was.
Is it the D word?
No, it's not the D. No.
No.
It's not.
I was like, was it like the D word or the A D word?
No, it's a D word. Because ever since I was younger, I called it the D word. Because like, one person said it to me. I believe it was I remember it was a golf instructor actually that said it to me because I was doing golf lessons, and he said it to me, and I was like, I want to cry. So if anyone ever says this to me, I will cry. It's disappointment.
Oh.
I literally, that's the first time I've said that word in years, to be honest with you, because I always just call it the D word. I don't say it. It makes me really upset because I remember my golf instructor being like, oh, I'm just disappointed. I was like, I want to crawl in a hole and die now. Like,
well, I think that's the point, like, of that word is like,
exactly.
Like, I feel like that word is also used as like a guilt trip. Like,
yeah, that's
mainly what like I know like the classic parent phrase like, oh, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Yeah.
Like that's like a classic phrase. It's supposed to be like, yeah, what you did, whatever you did, you fucked up and you should feel bad about it, and that's like a key word to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
If ever I hear that word, I feel like my life is worth nothing. Like, it's very drastic. Yeah. Like, I feel like, well, might as well fuck off then. Like, it's really bad. So that would probably be my word on there. That's the first one that comes to mind. But damn, like, everybody sees their word and it's pretty bad. And Kala is still just losing it at Rajan. She's like, dear God, like, why? It's my body. Like, what I do with it is my business. Even if we're married, that does not change the fact that this is my body. Which is something that a lot of people need to hear because, like, a lot of, like, I will say rape, I hope that doesn't get me tagged either, but happens, like, in relationships and in marriages because a lot of, like, mostly men, but, like, women too, think that they have ownership over their partner's body because of it, and so they can go, oh, no, it's not rape. Like, I can do whatever I want with you. No, that's not true. It's still their body. So I definitely see where she's coming from. And Leto shows up at some point as well, and
And
he's
they're both like
arguing.
screaming the same thing.
They're both screaming, and
Definitely.
I love when he says, "Who gives a fuck who I fuck?" Like, period. Who gives a fuck? Like, why is it anyone's issue? Why is it news? And they're like it's the 21st century. People get over it, and they're like screaming at the same time at the same words, and it's just a really chaotic but really well done scene.
Yeah.
And going back to Leto, he's in the car with Hernando and Danny. And Danny's like, oh, okay, fuck all y'all. Like, this is ridiculous. What the hell is this? And she says, you took me in when I needed help. So let me do the same for you. I'm going to help you as well. So come to my house. We'll get away from all of this. And it does work because, like, later on we do see him pretty happy and pretty comfortable. Yeah. But we'll get to that. But they get away from there as fast as they can because that's fucking mental. I will say this as well. I fucking hate paparazzi. Hate them.
Oh, I do too. Well, I started watching the last season of Young Royals, and paparazzi is in there too.
Oh, is it?
And I was just like, fuck off. Like, I'm just
That's
like,
scum.
it's so obnoxious. Like,
it's like, honestly, I will say this, like, with my chest, scum of the earth.
like yeah, literally, they like.
I don't give a fuck.
No,
they're my least favorite people on the planet. They really are.
Honestly, same, because they just don't care about anything. Just about
they don't care. Story. There's no morals there. It's all about, ooh, I want the scoop. I want the good story. They don't see any. There's no empathy at all. Like, someone could be like dying on the sidewalk, but if they're a celebrity, they should get a picture of it. Like, it's pissed me off my whole life. Like, ever since I was like old enough to like see paparazzi do something to someone, I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, I get angry, dude.
Like, that's why I hate the news in general, because all the news is just like, it's so stupid. Like, it's just so, I don't watch it. I don't pay attention to the news or paparazzi or any of that shit, because it's so obnoxious and annoying. Like, I don't give a shit.
It deeply makes me angry. Like, did you ever see Starstruck, the Disney Channel movie?
Yes, I don't remember much about it.
That was like, it's one of my favorite Disney Channel movies because it's just really fun, but also there's like a paparazzi in it a lot because he's famous. And they're following around everywhere, and like their faces, it doesn't look like they're just like, oh, let me do my job. Oh, do. Like I just, every time I watch that movie, I'm like, I want you dead. Like, I want you, like, I mean that. Like, I hate them so much. Like, it's such an invasion of privacy, and I just, God, I get mad about, the one thing I get mad about the most, honestly, is paparazzi.
Honestly, I agree with you. I say the same. Paparazzi
it
sucks.
Deeply infuriates me. Like, leave him the fuck alone. Fuck it. Why do you think you have a right to be like, ooh, let me take a picture of this guy in his car? No. Jesus. Anyway, moving on from that, we go back to Kala.
But also, the irony of Danny not really taking any responsibility for all of this, while it is partially her fault, kind of.
Okay.
She's like, oh, this is so crazy. Everyone here sucks. And then but it's like, I would expect her to be like, oh my god, like, I'm so, like, again, be like, oh my, I'm so sorry. I didn't, this happened. Like, I was expecting some sort of be like, oh, like, guilt at all. But she's like, oh no, like, look, you took me in, I'll take you in, and that's fine. But like, it annoyed. And also, I think it was during the Hernando lecture where I forget what he says. He says something about like, oh, the act of two men with like, a picture being taken without knowledge or consent or anything. I was like, yeah, I wonder how the fuck that happened. And you purposely skipped over that. I know you did, so don't even lie.
No, I didn't. I honestly forgot. I didn't write it down. Okay, like,
yeah, exactly, because there's a reason, because you knew I would bring it up. Just saying.
I did notice it though when he was said, but like I just forgot to write it down because I was typing as it was playing, and I was like, like trying to get everything. But
so I'm again, the Danny hate is still strong. Don't worry, it's still here.
I hope it doesn't stay that way, because I swear, like, she is really sweet. It's just that like shit happened, like, and she did take responsibility for it when Joaquin took the phone and showed them the pictures. Like, she already took that responsibility. And I understand you being like, why isn't she saying sorry now and taking responsibility? Is because she knows, I think, on some level, that it's already been forgiven by these two, because they've already gone through talking about this. And now she's just here to help them. But now it's like a big, but I mean, yeah, it was one thing when Joaquin had it, and it was like a more private matter. Now that it's out in the open, I feel like it's a different issue. Like, we saw Hernando like freak out about it, like, oh shit, like for a minute, and then, you know, he recovered. But like, it was still the initial like, oh shit, like, this is bad. And like, you know, I'm like, I think they already, once Joaquin had the photos, they already assumed that it was basically gave the same vibe as this is public now. because why wouldn't he share the photos? It wasn't like, oh, let's, ooh, like he could not post it. Ooh, like that. Once he had the photos, they were like, this is public. It's public. Like they already made peace with that. And once she like apologized, took responsibility, went back to Joaquin, all that stuff, I think all of that was already played through, and we saw that whole story unfold. And it's not really about Danny anymore. And now she's like, her main focus isn't to like take responsibility and apologize anymore, because she knows that they're like, it's okay, like as long as you're safe with us, kind of thing, because that already happened. Now her sole purpose is to make sure that they're safe and okay and feel loved by at least someone, you know. That's why she's there. So that's my take. Like, ugh, I really hope that your vibe with her changes. I really do, because I really love Danny. Okay. So we go back to Kala for a moment, and Rajan's like, okay, I'm really sorry. Obviously, I've been an ass. Like, he does see that, thank God. And he also mentions that, like, are you still having those, like, second thoughts that we talked about? Like, are you still having the, like, those now? Because you were having them before. So evidently, she told him, we just didn't see it, that she was having second thoughts about the wedding and everything. So that's something. That's good. They talked about their feelings, which is great.
Yeah.
And she said, no, it's nothing like that. But out of the corner, she does see Wolfgang. Like, it's out of the corner of her eye. We see a blurry Wolfgang just sitting there. So he's somewhere in her mind still, obviously. Now with Capheus, apparently him and Jella are still working on the van, and apparently they haven't talked about that day that this all happened on, the van being shot up. And he's like, you haven't really mentioned what happened, like, what is this whole martial arts thing you mentioned, like that, what, like, how did you beat up everyone, like, what is this? And he's like, okay, I'll tell you. And Sun visits and goes like, you sure you want to tell him? He's like, yeah. He's good. And he says, so he tells Jella everything. He's like, so there's this spirit, she's in Korea. And we took like the same breath at the same time when we were born. We were born on the same day, same moment. How cool is that? How wild is that? Like, he's seeing the positive in everything. And he's like, she helps me, and I'm so eternally grateful. And I love their connection. You know, I really do. Like,
I do too. Yeah, I do too.
Capheus and Sun have a really nice connection. Like, they're always like just happy to help each other, like whenever need be, and they're just really sweet. So that's he does tell Jella everything, and Jella's like, I mean, okay. Like he doesn't say like that's stupid or anything or that's weird. He really listens and he asks questions. It's very cool. So he kind of tells Jella pretty much. Like, he does, but he like, it's still very much like, oh, there's a spirit somewhere. She's helped me. But it is assumed that she's out there in Korea. So with Nomi, her and Amanita are doing their nails, and they're talking about Lido. And Amanita's like, I don't know if it's our like little bubble here in San Francisco or because we're in a more progressive place, but like that picture of Lido and Hernedo, that was hot, dude. Like, it's a hot picture. Like, and Nomi's like, oh my god, so hot. Like, I fucking love these lesbians. I really do.
Yeah.
They're fucking amazing. And she's like, so like, I don't understand why people don't see that. Don't see like the good about the, like, I don't understand why people look at this and see something gross. I don't get it. Which, like, I understand, because like, when it's not like getting in the way of people's lives, like laws and shit, like I'll get real pissed if they're like against LGBTQ people. But if it's people like randomly in the road who are just being like, hey, fuck you cause you're gay, I'm not gonna immediately like, well, fuck you too. I'm immediately gonna be like, why? Like, I don't get it. Like, I'm confused. Like, that's my first emotion. It's not mad, it's just confused. I don't get it, because my brain's not worked like that ever. So I'm just deeply I'm like, are you good? Like, why? Like, where is this coming from? So I understand where Amanita's coming from. And Nomi agrees, and she goes to visit Lido for a moment. And she sees him doing his nails with Hernando and Danny, and they're all smiling, and they're all happy. And she says, oh, it's okay. He's safe. He's with family. And they're having this, it's very wholesome. Them all sitting together, laughing, watching Legally Blonde. Love Legally Blonde. And it's just it's just a lovely, wholesome moment. They're happy, you know? And Leto looks up at Nomi and smiles at her, showing that, yeah, he is happy right now. None of the outside stuff is affecting them in this moment, which is just so. With Wolfgang, this is interesting. He leaves his apartment, and before really shutting and locking the door, he sticks like a toothpick or a pin in the door.
Yes.
Interesting, because
That, I know you haven't seen it, but that reminded me of Death Note.
Oh, okay.
There's a similar moment where he like puts like, so what he does, he actually does two things. He puts a feather on top of the door.
Oh yeah.
And when he comes back, he sees the feather back in place. But he also put a piece of lead in the little like door thing. So and you saw it broke on the ground because he knew that people who were seeing into his room would see the feather.
I
think that would deal with security, but they did back up. I was like, ooh, that's so good. Like, I know you don't like anime, but if you ever do like Death Note, it would be your show. I'm just saying. It's so psychologically smart like that. It's like a game of 4D chess. It's great. It's great. It seriously is.
I really like the thought of like having a backup and like knowing that someone would see the feather and just be like, oh, well then I'll do this as well.
Yeah.
They won't see this, they'll see that. Like, that's pretty smart. But yeah, he sticks a little pin in there because he thinks someone's following him. He's getting that vibe, that feeling. And so he sticks it there thinking that if someone goes into his apartment, obviously, that pin or that toothpick, whatever it is, will fall. And he'll notice. And he turns around, he sees Sun. And she's like, you think someone's following you? He's like, yeah, I really do. She's like, you need some help? I got you. Like, I will kick some ass. And he's like, no, I think I'm good for now. Like, genuinely, like they're like, oh, I'll come to you if I need help, kind of thing. Like, they're very comfortable with each other. And he's like, what about you? Do you need some sun? Like, do you need the outside air? And she's like, no, I think I'm good. Like, she's busy. She's preparing. But she's like, I think I'm good for now. And he's like, okay, let me know. And so I love that like little relationship quirk that everyone really has of just like, do you need this? They're like, no. Okay, I'll come back when you do. Like, they're very mutually beneficial. Now with Will, we see more about what's happening with him because Jonas comes up in the scene as well. He's in an open, very green, very naturey kind of area. There's people canoeing, rowing. What is it? Rowing.
Yeah, rowing.
Not canoeing. It's not a canoe. They're rowing. I don't know sports. And it seems like a very posh kind of nature-ish kind of place. And he looks over and he sees Whispers on a bridge with a little girl. But then Jonas visits and he says, so, I don't know, this might not be what you think. And they look over to Whispers. His watch beeps. And he takes a pillbox out. And while he is, the little girl calls him daddy. So, like, this is, I hate saying that word now because of what we've talked about.
I was literally just about to make a comment. But I chose not to because I think my dad's right outside doing the trash.
No worry, I got you. The little girl, so apparently is his daughter. So he has a family. And Jonas is like, he likes to consider himself a family man. And then do what he does to us is great. So he takes out the pillbox and he's like, what is he doing? What are those? And apparently they are blockers. And we will see this throughout the rest of the show. Blockers basically cut your connection to the Sicilium temporarily so that you can't connect to anyone else, including people in your cluster. So it basically makes you like a human for like a bit. I don't know for how long. It depends on how much is in there, but it cuts you for a bit. And Jonas also says to Will, I sometimes do this too, hiding out in the corner of his mind, trying to see him make a mistake or something, waiting for him to make a mistake. And I do want to mention now, you'll see more of this in the next episode, but I'll mention now that this is also what Will's been doing. It's mostly hiding from Whispers. That's what the drugs are doing. Yeah. But it's also a game of like blocker chicken. Like they're trying to get more information about the other without the other noticing every time they come off like the drugs or the blockers, trying to pop in and be like, you are here or you are not there. I'm going to get in your head. So that's kind of what they're doing now because they're trying to make sure, like, he can't stay drugged forever, Will. So he's trying to find a way out of this as well as just trying to stay away from Whispers. And so the blockers start to work, and he gets cut from Whispers. And he ends up where Jonas is. and Jonas is being transported somewhere in a van, and he's like, he tells him more about whispers. He's talking about whispers, and Jonas is not Jonas. Will is like, is there anything else? Like, is there anyone else like him out there? Like that's looking for us? And he's like, well, no one is like him. He's the worst. But there are like networks of like recruiters that are working for BPO. So even other sensates, there are other sensates out there like in groups and in clusters that are trying to track down other sensates for the purpose of bringing them to BPO. So they got to be careful everywhere they go because you don't know who you can trust except for your own cluster, which we've mentioned before. And Will mentions the cabin as well. He says, I saw Angelica and she talked about a cabin. And he said, the cabin, that was the first place I really called home. And it seemed like a place that him and Angelica went to a lot and just were comfortable in. And he's like, I've never been there though. How did I see that? And he says that a sensate birth transfer like sensations and memory. So like a piece of Angelica lives inside of you because of that. So that's why you can see it and you can see some of her memories, which is very cool. And we also learned that Angelica gave birth before. This is not her first birth.
What? Oh, I must miss this part.
Did you miss that? You missed that.
I may have. It's been a week.
It's a toss away line kind of, but we will learn more about it later. But this is not the first sensate birth that she has done. She's had more sensate births. Specifically one other, I think. I don't think there were like a billion others. I feel like it was one. I might be wrong, but I think it was just one. And Will's like, what happened to them? And he was like, what happens to all of us in the end? So evidently all the sensates that she gave birth to before.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, but we'll learn more about that later because there's a lot to unpack there.
I wonder if there's maybe like one or two like lingerers still around.
Oh, that would be interesting. I see that. I will take that theory. So eventually they notice that Jonas is visiting, and so they cut the connection. And that pretty much ends. But over with Nomi and Amanita, they're laying in bed reading more psychic books. They want to know everything. They're trying to really tap into what is going on with Nomi. And apparently there's a professor in Chicago that Amanita is reading a book from. And he'll pop up again in a future episode. I believe in the next one, to be honest with you. He may pop up. Because that he's writing about like stuff that Nomi's kind of been going through. So they're like, I want to know more about him. So he's in Chicago apparently as well. And who else do we know that was in Chicago?
Yeah.
So there might be a field trip on the horizon.
But Will's not in Chicago right now.
True, but someone they need to talk to is. So the person who wrote the book, he is in Chicago. So there might be a field trip. Maybe. But like saying that, obviously. But also her mom apparently is setting up a meeting for them with a friend of hers who is an anthropologist who might know a little more about like stuff they could ask her about and try and get a feel for what's going on. So that's going to be something that happens on the horizon as well. Mostly in the next episode, we'll see more of that. But it'll give us a new term as well as to what they are, not just sensates. We'll have a new term for them, for the sensates, but I will not tell you that yet. We will get there in the next episode.
Okay.
Back with Capheus. Jella and Capheus have supposedly finished fixing the Van Dam. They're like, we've done it. Amazing. We have fixed the entire thing. And so they go and they turn it on, but it starts smoking from the console. And they're like, we should go. We should get out. Yeah. It catches fire and explodes. So the Van Dam is no more. For now. And he looks pretty torn up about it, which is sad because that was his van for like so long. So it's really sad that it like blew up. Like it's like unfixable now. Like
there's no coming back from this.
No, it was like pretty fixable before, but like now it's like a problem. So with Sun, she gets a visitor, not an outside visitor, but a prison visitor.
Oh, I love this scene.
I love this scene. Sujin shows up.
Like there's so much to talk about this scene. Like it's so good.
Do you mean the lawyers?
Is this not the lawyer scene?
No, it's not.
Oh, fuck! I thought it was the last scene when Sun has visitor.
I know. There's a few things that Sun does.
Okay, fine. Not this scene, then the other scene. I guess
she gets a prisoner visit.
Oh, no, then not this scene.
No. Sujin, who was like getting bullied by that girl and was doing the art outside, she shows up. And she says she knew it was Sun's birthday and she didn't want her to be alone. I love Sujin so much. She's so sweet. And I'll talk about why I'm kind of annoyed at her. Like, even though she's a side character, I'm kind of annoyed at her, like, the way her character kind of, like, comes about in this. Like, I'm not annoyed, but, like, it's just sad. But, like, she's okay. Don't worry. She's okay. She doesn't die or anything. But, like, we'll get to a point, like, in a few episodes, I think, where I'm just like, hey, what the fuck? About Sujin. But... so then we kind of cut to everyone, and it's their birthday. It's August 8th. It's everyone's birthday. I was like, ah! And everyone's kind of like celebrating on their own for a moment. Riley set up a little surprise for Will, which is really sweet. Capheus has a giant surprise party thrown for him.
Yeah.
Which, it's a whole event. Very cool. Kala and Rajan are having dinner, over in Italy. And Amanita and Nomi are gonna have a sexnic.
Yeah.
So, period. We love that that's a thing that they planned. But Nomi has to sneak out first, so she's like, I'm not letting me miss out on this. So, like, she's like running down, hiding, trying to get out there so they can go do their little sexnic. Kala's gifted a beautiful necklace by Rajan. This is all kind of flickering, so I'm just going through each thing. Capheus gets a vehicle key as a present. And he's like, what? And I'm like, oh my god! And there's a giant tapestry hiding something very large. And Jella goes and uncovers it, and it's a brand new van. It's a really nice van. I bet it has air conditioning. Like, it looks fancy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It is very fancy. And he turns around, and Amondi, the little girl, was like, I picked it out myself. And he's like, I can't accept this. And Mr. Kabaka's like, no, after what you did for me, you should accept it, because I'm just trying to pay you back for saving me. And so that's a really nice... Yeah, that's a nice thing he did. And Capheus does take it. He's very happy. He gives him a hug. And he's very grateful. And Jella is too. He's kissing the bus.
Oh my god, he was more excited than anyone about it. He's like, oh my god, it's here.
He's like, my god, look at it. He's so funny. He's very happy. And we cut back to Sun as well. Sujin gives her a drawing of her and her dog, saying that she hoped that it would keep her company, like her dog could be there with her. And Sun gets really emotional, and she does start to like cry, and her eyes tear up, which is new. We don't see that a lot with Sun. It's only in very small bits. So this really makes her emotional, and she gives her a hug, and it's just so sweet, because she's been going through it. She needed something, you know?
Yeah. And
she's been in this colorless, hopeless room for a while. And it's been months, dude, because August to New Year's, she is in there, at least. And so she's been going through it. So it's nice that she has this now as something to keep with her. And we get this, like, we got our first of a few birthday montages where everyone's kind of just, like, celebrating together a little bit. Or we see them start to celebrate at least. And Riley and Will aren't really there. And for a second, Riley's like, wait, close your eyes. Can you hear the music? And he's like, yeah, I think I can. It's kind of like a radio station changing from different songs. And he says, but the thing, he sees a look she gives. He's like, but we can't, because we said that we'd only visit in emergencies. And she's like, it's our birthday. We took our first breath together. I think we need to do this. We need to celebrate with everyone. Like, at least give some hope to the situation. Like, we need some happiness. And I love it. It's so sweet. And the song that's playing, I love that song so much. It was like the first song I added to my Sensei playlist. I freaking love this song. It's just full of life. I just really love it. So we do get to see them all dancing and celebrating together. They blow out the candles with Lido together.
They do a really cute montage. I really like it.
It's so cute. I love this scene so much. It's one of my absolute favorites. And we cycle through a few different songs where they're all dancing together. When they're with Sun, they're like calming themselves and doing, I think it's Tai Chi maybe, what she always does. And then we cut to Capheus, where it's like really bumping music, and then everyone's cut together with Kala, and they're all dancing at in the kind of like club beach area. And she even takes a spin on the DJ thing because she's got Riley's skills. So she goes up as Riley and is like, "Let me do some DJ." And Rajan's like, "Fuck yeah!" it's just a really cute moment where everyone's just having a really fun, happy time. And I just flippin' adore it. Lito's in like a club that maybe he's been to before because he's like, it's my birthday, and they're like, Lito! So like,
Yeah.
it's a very positive, happy atmosphere. And I really love it. This scene is one of my favorite in the entire show. I adore it. Everyone's so happy. After everyone's done celebrating, Kala ends up in the cell with Sun and is just like, oh, that was fun. I'm like, oh yeah, that was fun. That was really great. Yeah. It was like a moment of positivity, even though everyone's going through something right now. It was a moment of pure happiness and positivity where they didn't have to worry about that. And I will not shut up about the scene. I just really love it. So they're sitting there, and Kala's like, I don't know why I'm still here. And Sun's like, I think we know how this works by now. You're here because you need to be here. Yeah. Something's up and you want to talk to me about it. And I can help. So she says that apparently tonight, her and Rajan are gonna have sex for the first time. And she's like freaking out about it. So Sun tells her a story. She says when she was 17, she fought a boy named Woojin. It was like this big like championship thing that she was invited to, and she thought if she won, her father would finally be proud of her, but it had the opposite effect, and her father was, to say the least, D-worded. Disappointment. And she left, and that made her emotional too. That made her cry, which is not something she does often. And so after she rejected the win, she went to sit in the locker room, and Woojin came in, and he was really great about it. He was like, "You're the best fighter I've ever fought, and it was an honor to fight in the ring with you." And he sincerely meant that. I was like, "Thank you. Finally, someone who's like, great job kicking ass, man. Like, you kicked my ass. Well done." Yeah. And on instinct, she kisses him, and they have sex, and that's her first time having sex in a locker room with Woojin. So, who we don't see again. It's just
he was here for the sex and then left.
He was here for the sex. He was here for the comfort. He was yeah. It was a nice moment because she does say, like, we exist because of sex, and it's not something to be afraid of. It's something to honor and to enjoy. And I'm like, thank you for saying that, because like sometimes it's something like, especially if you've never really done it before, it's very much like, oh God, this big thing. And she's like, it's not that. Her words are very comforting. Yeah. And I like how she says that. That's one of my favorite quotes in the show, because it really shows why sex is like in this show a lot as well. It's about, something that everyone enjoys and something that, it connects people. And I just, chef's kiss. And with her talking about sex, we then lead into the Clusterfuck 2.0.
No, yeah, part 2 Electric Boogaloo. That's what it is.
Yes, Clusterfuck 2 Electric Boogaloo. We enter. Hell yeah, we love a clusterfuck. So period. Yeah, it's everyone's clusterfucking. Everyone's having a great time. It starts off with the sex nick. I will say that. It starts off with a little sex nick.
It starts off with the sex nick.
Yes, and then everyone's doing it. It's a
then
whole
everyone's
fun time.
there.
Everyone's there. Everyone's included in the clusterfuck, which is great. Yeah. Congratulations, everyone. But like damn, like it's. I will not shut up about this. Like, sex stresses me out sometimes. You know.
Well, listen to what Sun just said. It's not
no, exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that really
you need to take that and be like, you know what, this is just a thing. It's good. It's positive. It's all that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is like usually it stresses me out, but like the sex in this, especially clusterfucks, are so beautiful. Like, they're shot so well and they're artistic, and it's like, oh. This is art, dude. It's like chef's kiss. I love it. It's just gorgeous. So after our little clusterfuck, we go to Kala. Well, first
hang on. You're skipping things again.
Am I skipping things? What am I skipping? What am I skipping?
Yes. They keep popping around. I think the 3 rooms are with Nomi and Amanita. I think Will and Riley, are there a scene with
Will and Riley. Yeah.
And then Alito and Hernando.
The bathroom.
And Danny's there.
Okay, Danny's not there though. Danny's not in the bathroom.
There was the moment where within the bar actually. No, I'm sorry, it's not in the clusterfuck.
It was way earlier, but I know what you're talking about.
Where they were making out, and once again, no boundaries, just starts touching herself.
Okay, I get it.
This is a public place.
Okay, I will say that, like, girl, it's a public place. Chill. I will say the public place is a bit of a red flag. But like
she has not learned anything.
Okay, the public place is like stress-inducing, but like, don't do it in a public place. However, I will say, like, at this point, I feel like they have a mutually beneficial relationship. Like, they fuck, she fucks herself. It's like a thing. Like, that's their mutually beneficial relationship kind of thing. She's fine with fucking herself. She doesn't give a fuck. Like,
that's not the part I'm worried about.
Okay, I know. Public place is stressful. I know. Public place.
It's the fact that she's getting off to like her two friends, like having sex or just making out at this point. But like, it's weird.
No.
Like,
No. That's like they know. Like they all know that is the relationship they have. They all know. Like Lito and Hernando are like, go
do
for
they?
it. Like, yes, trust me.
Because I don't think they knew the first time around in season
No, they
1.
knew. They knew. It's just not the photo that they knew about. like they knew. It was just the photo that they didn't know about. Like this is just their relationship. Like when they go to fuck, she goes to fuck. Like that's the thing that happens. They know. But in public place, I will say, is a little.
Oh my god.
I'm like, girly, we're in a crowded bar. I was like, when I saw it too, I was like, Danny, please, Billy's gonna hate you again.
Yeah, I am. This episode did not help her at all.
Public place is definitely a no-no, but I will say that they know and she knows that this is their relationship. Like, they fuck, she fucks. That's the thing. Like, it's all, everyone's okay with the situation. Everyone's okay with the dynamic. It's fine. I promise. I promise.
Okay.
Please don't hate. Hopefully everything goes better this season with her. I really hope. Anyway. So with Wolfgang, he is scrolling through like a Tinder-esque kind of app, swiping, and he meets someone at a club and she's drinking champagne. He's like, what a coinky dink, and she's like, what? He's like, it's my birthday, and she's like, oh, lucky me. So evidently they're gonna fuck. And are they gonna fuck?
Oh yeah.
Because Kala is checking herself in the mirror. You know, do I look good? Do I look sexy for this? And she leaves the bathroom to go to see Rajan, and Rajan is not there. Wolfgang is there. And he is.
And Monesy McGee.
And Monesy McGee.
Yep, that's her name.
Good God. Yeah, she's having a little blast herself. And they're like going at it, dude. They're loud. Specifically, she is.
They're the part I love in the scene though. It was so fun. I laughed out loud when it happened.
Oh no. And so she's seeing Wolfgang going to town, and she's like, Christ, this is indecent. Like, what are you doing? Like, and he's like, what? And she's like, oh, I don't know why. And so she leaves and opens the door again, and there's Rajan.
Yeah, it's like, okay, here we are. This is the correct room.
Correct room. He's playing, like, I don't know, Candy Crush or something on his phone. And he's just like, yeah, and he looks over, he's like, oh, hello. Like, yeah. That's my wife right there, hell yeah. And she's like, let's do it. Like, she like, make love to me. He's like, yeah, that'll do it. And so she like jumps on top of him and kisses him. And when she moves away, Wolfgang is suddenly there in his space. And she's like, why? He's like, I don't know. This is on you, man. Like, this isn't on me this time, I swear. Oh my god. And she's like, okay, no, just get it out of my head. Well, Jesus. And Rajan's like, who are you talking to? It's like, nothing, you, it's fine, shut up. And he's like, shutting up. And so she goes to kiss him again, and Wolfgang's evidently leaving. We can see him leaving, but then it cuts again,
sort
and
of.
he's changing position.
Anal.
No, don't say that.
That's what they're doing.
It might not be.
Why not? Look, again, like Sun said, sex is a good thing.
You're right. It's a good thing. I keep trying. I remember even watching this scene and going, no, remember what Sun said.
Yeah, like that's what you need to do with sex scenes from now on. Is just remember what Sun said, and it makes it better. Just embrace it. It's like this is a part of human connection.
Exactly, a part of human connection. We're fine. So they're having a great time.
Yeah.
And Kala's like, will you please leave? And she's like panicking. And so she jumps off of Rajan, and he goes to follow her, and he falls off the bed and is evidently injured. And is like, oh god, I broke it. It's broken. Like something snapped. It's like, oh god. Evidently a penis has been broken.
Yeah.
So everyone's freaking out, and that's where that ends.
You forgot about the ass slap.
Yeah, no, there's an ass slap. I didn't mention
That was the
that.
part I would, that was the funny part where I would laugh when I think Morgan like, what, she's enjoying it.
She's enjoying it. She's like, yes, I
am. I thought it was funny.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, there's a fun little ass slap in there.
Love an ass slap.
Yes, I love an ass slap. and a broken penis. Okay, and so yes, this is the thing that
ass slap and broken penis. So if we didn't already have a name for this episode, then that would have been the name, but we already do, so we can't name it that.
Oh no, censor what you have to. Goodness gracious. Anyway, with Leto, he's in his manager's office. And evidently there's like 3 managers there. I think they're managers. I don't even know. I'm gonna call them that.
I think it's like the team, like the manager team. Like one's the manager, one's the publicist, one's the stuff. Yeah. You know, it's kind of like his whole like press team.
Yeah, he's got a little team, and he's in there, and they're trying to help, obviously, but they're like, no one can prove it's real. Like, you're gonna be fine. You'll survive. It's nothing. It's just people trying to like tear you down. And one of them's like, we need to make sure they know that they can't question the like manliness of their men or something like that. And I was like, what the fuck does that have to do with it? So they're like trying to help, but they're being ever so slightly homophobic.
Yeah.
By assuming that like it's a lie. And he's like, he's done hiding. He's like, it's not a lie. He's I'm gay, and they're obviously like, oh no. And he says he doesn't want to deny it anymore. They're like, well, you could. And he's like, no, I don't want to. He's like, there will be consequences. He also says there will be legal consequences. And I'm like, how? But I don't know what he means by that.
Against Leto? Or like...
Yeah.
Oh, I thought like against, maybe like for Joaquin for posting the...
No, they don't give a fuck about that. Because he's like, you know, if you do this, like, there will be like consequences, legal consequences, and career consequences. And I'm like, what do you mean legal? Like, I honestly don't know what he's talking about there. Maybe breach of contract. I don't know.
Yeah, but... yeah. I mean, like, I definitely see like career consequences. Like, yeah, I see that. But legal, I mean, maybe.
I don't even know. No idea.
I'm trying to think.
I can't either. But evidently there will be consequences. And Leto just says, fuck consequences. He says it twice. He's like, fuck consequences. I'm like, period. Like, this man doesn't want to hide anymore. Well done. Like, he's got the courage back, and it looks good on him. So, over with Kala. Rajan is in a bed with his broken penis. It's not broken. It's a phantom fracture. So it's more like a sprain. It's like not an actual fracture. It's just a sprained dick. Yes. So he's good. But he's like, oh, just you know, chill out, like for this vacation. And it's like, it's not a vacation, it's our honeymoon. He's like, yikes. And she's like, is there anything I can do? And he's like, oh, you know, love your husband. You know, love is the best medicine. It cures all ills. Well, a little. Yeah. So he's not filling them with confidence. He's not calming their nerves.
No.
And but he leaves, and Kala's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And he's like, it's okay. And she kisses him, and he's like, ow. And he's like, please don't. Your love causes me pain.
Okay, yeah. So, okay, this is my. I guess have a take here. Okay. When did Rajan become such a little bitch? Because this whole episode, I was not a fan of him, and I loved him earlier. Like, it's just like even earlier with like talking to like her mom about like her virginity and shit. That's weird. And then the whole like, you know, falling off a bed and fracturing her penis. Like, that's like, it seems so like, it's so like I won't say weak, but like it just seems so weak. Like, it's like, what happened to you? Like, you were so cool before. You were so nice. You were chill. You were like the perfect package. And now it's kind of like, oh, he's kind of like pathetic now. Like, I don't know what happens.
I will say they dropped the ball a little bit on his character specifically in this episode, in this special, because it was a special originally. But I will say for the rest of the show, I feel like they do a bit of a better job at balancing that out with his character.
Okay, good.
I know in the last episode, it's he has a little bit of a comedic side to him that we see, but I won't say why because it'll spoil things. But it's also valid because of the way things are going down. So we'll go through this, and I feel like he's not as wimpy because he does have like a character storyline a little bit.
Okay.
Like there's a little bit of a storyline to him this season, but not a huge one. It's more of like a background one, but it's something that Kala gets like, you know, talks to him about and is like, what the fuck? Like it's a thing. So I feel like he has better writing throughout the rest of the season, and it goes a little bit more back to what he was. But for this episode, I feel like they did drop the ball a little bit on his, because I think because it was a special, they were like, let's focus on these storylines because it's just a 2-hour special, and then we'll pick it back up if there's another season or something. But in this, it wasn't really talked about for him much. But there's a little substance to him near the end when he talks about, you know, their feelings for each other and things like that. But I do see what you mean.
Yeah. And also, going back to the sex scene with Kala and Wolfgang and all that shit that was going on. Again, with Kala, not a big fan of that, because it almost seemed like she was trying to have sex with Rajan to get back at Wolfgang. Like the way she opened the door and she's like, make love to me, like, let's go, like, shut up, and she was like very like in charge, and Wolfgang kept popping up and she's like, get out, I'm trying to do my thing. It almost, at least the way I interpret it, it almost seemed like she was trying to have sex with Rajan to like almost like spite or get back at Wolfgang in a way. Because like he kept popping up there, and like that's just the way I saw it.
I see what you mean, but I don't think it was that. I feel like she was going to have sex with Rajan anyway because she knows they hadn't been. And maybe she wasn't ready yet. Maybe that's where it was coming from. I don't know.
Maybe.
But I think what the vibe I was getting was her being like, maybe if I like try hard enough, I can push him out of my mind. I think that's what she was going for. It wasn't to like spite him or be pissed at him. It was like, get the fuck away. I'm trying to get this over with kind of thing. You know? Like it was stressing her out still. Just the sex in general. And he just kept popping up. And she was like, fuck off. So I think that's what I got from that scene. Speaking of Wolfgang, he's having kind of like tea, I guess, with his aunt, his uncle's wife, and she's fine apparently with Wolfgang taking out her husband and son.
Yeah.
She's like, no, they got what was coming to them in the end. Oh well. So she's chill. But what they do want to talk to him about is the fact that Berlin is kind of like divided, not anymore, you know, politically, but gang-wise. Gang, I guess, in quotes. She calls them kingdoms, and there's 4. And his uncle ran one of them. He was like one of the kings, in quotes. And now that he's gone, it's without a king. This territory is without a king. So she thinks that with him coming home, I don't know where he is now, but with him coming home, it'll kind of like soften everyone up and chill everyone out so that they don't think that, you know, so they don't break out into a gang war, basically.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I don't give a fuck. So he leaves them going, shit. Evidently, that's what's gonna be happening there. And we'll see more of the consequences of that near the end of the episode. But for now, we're gonna take a break.
Okay.
An hour and 30 minutes in. This is a long episode, I told you.
I know, I figured we'd be here for a while.
I figured I shortened it a little bit when I was doing my notes because I didn't include a lot of quotes. I was just like, type up each scene, the gist, and but I remember it easily enough, so I'm just like talking about it.
Yeah.
But when we come back, we will talk about Will and the fact that Whispers pops up and decides to make a little visit. So
yeah,
we will be right back. And we are back with the season premiere, season 2 of Sense8, episode 1. Happy fucking New Year. That's right. I was about to say the title for the next one. Okay.
I was gonna what?
I meant happy fucking New Year. So we start off with Will and Riley. They're sleeping once again, I believe. Maybe. Yeah, I think they are. I don't remember. I didn't put it here. Anyway, so Whispers visits. He shows up, and Will is immediately like, shit. And he is like, oh, it's okay. Don't worry. I have no interest in where you are. His main interest right now is honestly intimidating him. Being like, you know, you have all these people that you love, and think about what you're doing to them. Like, think about what'll happen to them with you being like this. Don't be like this. Like, he's trying to get into his head.
All the mind games.
It's all mind games. And Will is like, okay, you want to play that game? I'll play with you. So he comes over and visits Whispers, which he didn't do unless it was that one little time in the greenery.
Yeah.
And Whispers is in a very secure location. He's in what looks like an interrogation room, and he's like, we bring all the new sensates here because it's in a very, secure place, and it's hard to figure out where you are
Yeah.
in this location. There's like almost nothing in this room. And Will's like, I do know that you have a wife. He's like, oh, nice little guess or something. And he's like, that's not a guess. You have a tan line where your ring is supposed to be because you took it off before you came in this room. You also recently went on vacation because there's such a distinct tan line. But I'm guessing that with companies like this, it wasn't a voluntary location and they sent you somewhere because you fucked up in Iceland. So he's reading him a little bit in return.
Yeah.
Playing the game. And back in wherever Will is, Riley wakes up and is like, yo, is he here? And he's like, yep, get shot, get shot. And so Riley runs, gets the stuff, and he's still trying to play mind games all up until he gets that shot and blocks Whispers. But it's very, spontaneous. He could appear at any time depending on when the drugs wear off, so they have to be very careful. Now, with Wolfgang, he's talking to Felix again, and he does mention that his mom, I do want to mention this, his mom once said to him that she had a secret inside of her, and that he was once a secret as well, and that love is not what keeps us together, secrets are. And that is something I do want to mention because I want you to remember that his mom once said that she had a secret inside of her. Remember that, because remember I did say beforehand that there was another thing for something. I don't want to mention it though because I don't want to be like ooh, because I feel like you'll figure it out. But there's some other stuff that he's mentioned in the past, and that Wolfgang has mentioned specifically and been like, oh, remember this? And this is more about that storyline.
Okay.
I don't know if you'll guess it though, so I will say, do you remember in the finale, Wolfgang says to his
I
uncle
remember him
before he
saying
kills him?
something. I don't remember what he said, but I remember it was something that implied more things.
Yeah, he's like, you knew, you always knew. Like, you knew
Yeah.
everything. And then he kills his uncle, implying that there's something his uncle knew.
About the mother, I'm assuming.
Maybe. So there's a little more of this storyline that's being revealed bit by bit.
My first thought is, just out of just thinking weirdly,
Mhm.
is that maybe his mom was a sensate, and
Ooh,
that's
that'd be
why
interesting.
she knew that he would be too, or she kind of could feel he was as well.
Interesting.
Because she's what you just said, she says she had a secret inside of her, and he had, or whether he was kept a secret, or he had a secret inside of him as well.
I think he was kept a secret at one point or something.
Okay, which I mean, still could relate to sensates. I don't know. That's just a thought. That's my theory because I have nothing else to base it off of. So
I see that. Good theory. Back with Capheus. Business seems to be booming. Everyone is on that bus.
Yeah.
They are making money. And as they stop at their last stop and it says, everybody off, 3 people don't get off. And they're like, last stop, off you go. And they're like, oh, no, we're waiting. And they're like, waiting for what? Waiting for you to go back? We just want to ride all the way around. And they're like, why? And she was like, well, evidently this bus is invincible. Because, last time, I remember getting on this bus. My friend got on this bus and was like, oh, good things happened to me after. I felt so courageous. And they were like, we want to feel courageous too. We want to feel courageous to do things in life. So we are going to sit here and soak in the spirit of Jean-Claude. We're going to soak it in. So they're riding around in circles with Capheus and Jella because they need that courage as well in their own lives. So evidently Capheus is not just providing a bus service, but also a therapy service? I don't know. Getting people to be more courageous with the spirit of Jean-Claude.
Yeah.
So he's doing many a thing with his bus. Now with Leto. Ooh, this is a tough one. With Leto, he is finally going home. Him, Hernando, and Daniela are going home back to the apartment because all the paparazzi have dispersed and it doesn't say the F slur on the side of the building anymore. So they go home and he goes to unlock the door to the apartment building and the code is not working. And he's like, why? I can't get in. And then suddenly someone on the intercom pops up. It's the landlord, I presume, the building manager. And he says, oh, Leto, what are you doing here? He's like, what do you mean, what am I doing here? It's my home. The code isn't working. He's like, oh yeah, we had it changed. He's like, okay, what is it then? And he's like, well, we sent a letter. And he's like, okay, where'd you send the letter? To your apartment. You mean the place I can't get into right now? That place. And he basically blows him off. He goes, oh, well, good to see you. Bye, Leto. And he just ditches. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. And so in order to get in, Leto tries ramming into the door.
I was like, dude, Sun is not with you. You can't do this.
You can't do this. He immediately ricochets back off the door. Does not work. And Wolfgang's like, okay, that's not the way to do it. So Wolfgang shows up and hijacks and hacks the code button thingy. And the door opens. And Hernando and Danny are like, how did you do that? That was so cool.
So they don't know anything about Sensei stuff, correct?
No.
Okay.
No, they do not.
That's what I figured.
They are shocked. They're like, what in the world? Where did this come from? And he was like, oh, I was a burglar once in a movie. And he was like, I remember that. You were good in that. And so, like, he staves off suspicion for a second there. But he's like, thanks, dude. And Wolfgang's like, no problem.
Honestly, the Leto Wolfgang bromance is kind of amazing.
I love that bromance. It's flippin' awesome. I freaking adore it.
Like, because there are some like duos who are like are just like great. Like you mentioned earlier with Cassius and Sun. Like that's another great duo where it's just like it's so fun to see them interact just because I don't know why. It's just it's nice.
It's just nice. Like there's some that are just like, oh yeah, I really like Colin and Wolfgang. Oh, I like Riley and Will. But like there are some you don't get to see as often that are just like really great. And it's these two are one of them as well. Yeah. I flippin' love them. Nomi and Leto is another one as well because they really help each other out.
Yeah.
There's a couple that are just really fun to watch. So yeah, he gets in. Yay. And for a second we flash over to Kala, who is entering their little like Italy stay thingy. And the bags are packed. And she's like, what? What is going on? And she walks over and she sees Rajan looking out at Italy and is like, you okay? Because he seems very troubled. And we don't hear about that for a moment. We flash back to Leto, who enters his apartment. Everything is gone, except for one statue that was left in the middle of the floor. Everything. Yeah. Their entire life has been packed up and sold. It's just gone. It's empty. And they look at the letter, and evidently because of, like, morality issues, they've been evicted. Like, the whole board has decided to evict them. And it sucks. It deeply sucks. They're like, they can't do this. It's, like, illegal. And Danny's like, evidently not. Like, this is Mexico. They could do whatever.
Was this the legal issue his team was talking about?
Maybe. Evicted? It could have been. I don't know. But Danny was like, they could do whatever the fuck they want. So it really sucks. It like deeply sucks. It's so dumb. Like it
kind of reminded me of Nomi earlier, where she returns home and her place is like, well, it's trash, not like don't, but like a lot of her stuff is like gone, like crash, and like someone within there, and like kind of, and like this is kind of similar where
their homes and their safe spaces were violated.
Yeah.
And it's like so not okay. It's like so disheartening because that was their home. That was where they built their life, and it's gone. Everything of theirs is gone. Like, they could have had, like, family photos in there. They could have had a bunch of stuff in there that was theirs, and it's just gone. Like, it's makes me mad. Their clothes, too. Everything. Literally everything's gone. Just one statue in the floor. That's it. Oh, my God. And so, they realize they've been kicked out. They've been evicted. It's fucking terrible. And we go over to Kala for another moment, and Rajan is explaining why the bags are packed. He's like, I've really taken some time to think about it, and I feel like I've known on some level, I've always known on some level that the way I feel about you is very different from the way you feel about me. And I love you like so much. I've always loved you so much. I've always wanted to be with you, but I don't feel like you feel that way about me. But she does calm his nerves, and she does say, no, I really, no. Like, I think this is the scene where you find out, I think she does love him. I think she did fall in love with him over the course of time. It's just different. There are different ways that she loves each of them, to be fair.
I know, but, like, this was her out.
This was her out, but that's the thing. She didn't want it anymore. She would have taken it.
I think she does. I think she's trying so hard to make it work with Rajan because she feels like she can't with Wolfgang. Because I do believe, like you said, that I do think over time she did fall in love with Rajan, but I think she fell in, like, maybe not in love with him, but loves him in a different way. Like, I think she cared about him. I think she, like, wants to make sure he's okay and safe and, like spending time with him. I don't think she's in love with him the way that she's in love with Wolfgang.
I see that.
And that, I think, is, like, I think right now she's maybe confused by it, but she's not really admitting to being confused by it. She's kind of just being like, oh, no, this is, like, okay, this is what, like, I want. This is what we can make this work, but we know she can't.
I see what you mean. As someone who's seen the whole show, because I can't tell you what happens.
No, don't touch on it too much of a spoil things, but just let me feel my feelings and then
feel your feelings.
Okay,
but
I'm feeling my feelings.
In judging from just this episode alone, I will say I think the vibe I got is very much like the two ways that she loves them are still both romantic. It's just that with Wolfgang, it's very, like, passionate and, like, instant and, like, instinctual because they're also sensates, and so they feel it very deeply. And with Rajan, it's a very comfortable and happy and secure kind of love. So I think they're both romantic love, and she does love both of them, but it's just in different forms of attraction, I would say. I think she did fully fall in love with Rajan, and I know this was her out, but I don't think she necessarily wanted to take it anymore. Like, she does love Wolfgang, but I think she does also really love Rajan. It's just in a different way. But still in a romantic way.
I personally don't see it like that as of right now. It's almost like she's maybe tricking herself or fooling herself into believing she does love Rajan in that way.
Okay.
But I think while her heart and, like, soul or spirit or mind or whatever is still with Wolfgang, she can't fully love Rajan that way.
Okay.
I think that's the big issue.
Okay. I see. So she calms his nerves, and it's presumed that they have sex for the first time. We don't see it. But she's like,
oh, did they? Oh, I missed it.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, let me calm your nerves tonight. It's very much assumed that they do have sex that night. They have sex for the first time. Yeah. She insinuates it. So that
wait, hold on. How long after this is the broken penis? Because, like,
well, when she walks in, she's like, what did the doctor say? Oh God, did the doctor say something? He's like, no, I got a clean bill of health. So I think he's fine.
Okay.
I don't know how long after, but he's been given the full okay.
Okay.
To fuck whenever he wants.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure he doesn't injure it again.
The penis is fine, ladies and gentlemen. Good. It's all right.
The penis has stuck the landing.
It's presumably, yeah, it has.
Yeah, I mean, apparently it did. That's what we think.
Well done, Rajan. Okay. So back with Nomi, her and Amanita are sitting at the table in their room at the women's building. And Nomi's on her computer and she's like, oh my God, I just got an email from my sister. She's getting married. So her sister getting married, woo. And she's emailed her about it. Yay, because her sister's really nice. I
remember seeing her sister once, and I was like, oh, she seems nice, because I remember the mom was a bitch, and I was like, oh, but the sister seems nice.
Yeah, the mom's a bitch, but, like, Tegan was really the only one who was always like, oh, she's awake. Like, she's gendering her correctly, she's naming her correctly. Her sister was actually really sweet the entire time. So she's emailed her and is like, I'm getting married, and she wants her to be the maid of honor, which is really sweet, and also very gender affirming. Like, I don't want you to be a best man. No, you're a woman. Maid of honor. Like, we stand. Like, it's something so, like, small and kind of like a throwaway moment, but it feels very gender affirming in my brain, and I just really love it. So and Amanita's like, oh my God, that's fantastic, but she's like, except for the fact that I can't go.
I was gonna say, like, I mean, like this woman was very nice and sweet, but then it's also the fact that she's not gonna be able to go because she's a fucking fugitive and is on the run, and if she shows up in a public place, she will be arrested and lobotomized.
Yeah. She's like, I'm screwed if I do go. Because, like, even if I did go and, like, sneak my way in, my parents would probably be the first to call the FBI. Yeah. So, especially her mother. So...
Do we ever meet her dad at all? Like, is
we
her
do
dad...
meet her dad.
Okay, I was gonna say, because we haven't seen her dad at all, right? So far?
No, we haven't. We haven't seen her dad yet. But I don't think we have. I'm pretty sure we haven't. We may have. Was that right? No, I don't think we have.
think so.
If we did, he didn't speak any words, but he will.
Okay.
He will say words. And we'll learn more about him a little bit as well. But as they're sitting talking, they hear a knock on the door, and it's a signal knock. So they're like, "Oh, someone's coming!" Like, it's not just a regular knock. And so they run behind a false set of drawers into a hiding room. And I really like that they have this room, by the way, because I think like a few of the rooms or multiple of these rooms probably have these teeny tiny rooms because this is the women's building. So if women are like at least running away from like someone who's maybe like abusive or something like that, if they come looking for them, they can just hide behind the wall. So it's a very safe space, this women's building. And I have actually seen the facade of this, I think, in another show, which was called When We Rise, which is another LGBT show. And it was a limited series and it's historical. So it's like accurate. It's not like fiction. So the San Francisco Women's Building is very cool. It has like a woman all the way at the top who looks like, fucking amazing. I love the Women's Building. There's another shot in this actually in San Francisco that I noticed from other shows like When We Rise as well. So I will mention that when we get to it. Bendix enters the room with the person who runs the shelter, presumably, with some other agents. And he's like, all right, where are they? And she's like, they're not here. For the love of, I told you they're not here. And you can't be in here. And he's like, oh, but this is a fugitive warrant for Nomi. So it's like, okay, well, not here. Once again, this is where Maria, I guess, sleeps when she's here. And he turns around and there's like 2 unfinished croissants on plates. It's like, oh, interesting. And he turns around and shows them to her. And she's like, oh, not for me, thank you. I'm full. I was like, I like you. She knows how, that's the thing. It's like, she knows how to take care of guys like this because she runs this women's shelter. She knows how to turn these guys away and make sure the people in her care are safe. And it really shows in her character. We don't really get to see her again, I don't think, but like I love this small moment of like, look, I deal with you all the time and people like you all the time. Fuck off. Like, stands her ground. And so Nomi and Amanita are still hiding behind the false set of drawers trying to be calm. And he's like, did you, like, if you're hiding them here, don't you worry, I'll go down to like the government offices and I'll have them basically pull your funding and close this entire site down. Yeah. And I'm like, you fucking wouldn't. And she believes that too. She's like, she reaffirms that they are not here. Like, she sticks her ground. Yeah. He's like, all right, fine. And he leaves. And they're like, Jesus Christ. Like, I don't know how long longer we could stay here. How much longer? So, later on, I'll mention this now, actually. But later on, they do leave. Because it's a tiny scene. So I'll just mention it now. Yeah. They end up leaving. And they're all like, no, don't go. Like, it's okay. I handle guys like that all the time. You can stay. They're like, no, because so many women need this place. And if we're the cause of it shutting down, I'll never forgive myself. So
I was going to say, like, I feel like they had no choice. Like, they had to go.
They had to go. So they care more about, like, what places like these do for the community than having a place to hide out. So that's very much in their character. So they leave. To go somewhere else, and we'll find out where in a second. So back with Wolfgang. I totally didn't finish with Wolfgang and Felix last time, did I? I was talking about the secret, but like Felix is awake. Congratulations.
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
I just remembered that I totally didn't finish that. I was just talking about the mom saying she had a secret.
Oh yeah, because I started talking about my theory, and then we kind of just like moved on.
Then we moved on. So Felix is awake. He wakes up in that moment that we were talking about, and he's like, oh my god, you're awake. He's like, if I had to hear you fucking vent to me one more time, I swear to God. So he's up. He's good. Yeah. And Wolfgang in this scene takes him to the shop again. He takes him back to the shop, which is where he got shot. So he's remembering that, and he's like, this isn't me. I'm just a sidekick. I'm not some badass like Conan or anything like that. Like, I don't think I can do this anymore. I think I should go somewhere else. Go back home, find a nice girl, settle down, and just not do this anymore. And Wolfgang's like, okay. And he's like, there's just one thing I need you to do. And it switches to them in a bar. He's like, talk me out of it. I love Felix. So he was fucking with him. He's like, do you bought it? You little shit. No. So Felix is always game for anything. And evidently someone comes over with like really a fancy looking bottle of whatever. It's like a fancy looking alcohol. It's like silver and everything. And he was like, we didn't order this. She's like, no, the guys over there did. They bought this drink for you guys. And they look over, and I'm gonna be deeply honest with you. I don't know who these people are. Okay. I think they might have to do with Volker, who we see in a second. But I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna guess that they are because I fully don't remember. But they buy him a drink. He's like, oh, they're just friends or something like that. And he's like, you have friends? That's new. Because usually it's just Felix. But basically they're out celebrating that Felix is back and he's good. He's still on crutches, but other than that, he's good. And next is the scene you've been waiting for.
Yay!
Yay! Someone's here to visit Sun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it's these 3 guys. One guy sitting down, 2 guys are standing up. And she's like, you're not my lawyers. Once again, who are you? Like, why do you keep switching out people? And they're like, oh yeah, he's decided to step down from his job and from his practice. He doesn't want to practice law anymore. He decided it's not for him. And she's like, haha, sure. And Will actually pops up and goes, no. They're not lawyers. I don't know who they are, but they're not lawyers. Nomi notices the camera powered down, and Wolfgang's like, no, these are definitely killers. They are not here to be friends. And they say they've come on the behest of their client. And they give her the picture, and it's Sun's brother just beaten to a pulp by her. And they say, just to let you know, like, he wanted us to tell you that he doesn't really forgive easily. Like, he's still a little pissed. And it's very much gonna be like, oh no, this is not good.
Yeah.
And Riley's there as well, and she calls out for the guard, and they're like, coffee break, sorry. He's on a break, he's not here, can't hear you. And Leto, like, pops in for a second, because they all pull their weapons. They're about to kill her and beat her up. And Leto's like, wait. Leto pulling out his acting skills. I could give you money, 30 billion won. And at first, it stops the other 2. They're like, actually, let's hear her out.
Yeah, they're like, oh, money.
Ooh, money. And he's like, hey, no, guys, reputation, not for sale. Like, no, she's lying. Fuck that. And while they're arguing for a moment about the money there, Will is getting the handcuffs off of Sun. And she pops up when she's free and takes them all out.
Yeah.
They're all down. Because when doesn't she? And
doesn't it switch between her, Will, and Wolfgang all like fighting during this scene? Yeah.
They're all fighting and kicking ass. So basically they take everyone out. And when it's all over, she turns around to them and Kala's just like, are you okay? Like,
yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I'm sorry about all that. And Riley says that's what family is for. I'm like, when I tell you found family is one of my favorite tropes, I'm not lying. It's so beautiful to me.
This was such a sweet moment. I really like this. This might be my favorite scene of the show so far.
Really? It's really good. It's so good. Yeah. I'm telling you, like, the moments, like, in this show, honestly, just keep getting better with time because they all keep getting closer to each other. And that adds an element of, like, familiarity and just care to all the scenes.
Yeah, I've really been enjoying, even earlier with like the birthday scenes and stuff. Like, I enjoy the scenes with all 8 of them, just like interacting and having fun and like, or helping each other.
This scene's gonna be good for you then.
Yeah, it's so good. Like, I really like it, and also it kind of pisses me off because it makes me want to be a sensei now. And I'm like,
no, you don't understand.
Because like before in season 1, I was kind of just like, I was like, oh, they're like, yeah, some perks, like it'd be fine. But like, it was like really like this scene where I'm just like, actually, now I'm mad. Like, now I
don't understand. I think about that every fucking day. I'm like, what if I was a sensei?
Oh.
That's one of my deep wishes in life that I know will never come true.
God, I wish.
To feel that connected to a group of people is just so beautiful. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You could be in a clusterfuck. I mean, all the good problems.
Exactly! Like, that's the dream!
That's the dream! That's the dream!
That's the dream! Clusterfuck is the dream.
Clusterfuck is the dream. Oh my god. Anyway, now with Kala, evidently her and Rajan are looking for a house. They're back in India after their honeymoon, and they're looking for a nice, big, beautiful house. And it is big. It's very spacious.
Yeah.
Evidently there's a pool on the roof. Like, it has a wonderful view. It's a really nice house. And she even goes, ooh, there's even a space for a nursery. Ooh. So
foreshadow?
I'm gonna say no.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna just give you that now. No.
Okay,
not a foreshadow. There's too much shit going on. We don't need a kid mixed up in all
I
this.
mean, I know, but like, I was just, thinking.
So yeah, they're looking at this really nice fancy house. We also switch over to Kathy's for a moment, and he sees a large expensive car outside of his house. Only one person is probably driving that. And so he's like, what is Silas Kabaka doing at my house? But before we find out about that, we go back to Nomi. Nomi and Amanita they've ended up kind of on the docks with a bunch of boats. And Amanita's like, are you sure about this? And she was like, yeah, I wouldn't have done it if I wasn't sure. It's fine. So they knock on a door, and who enters but Bug? They're staying with Bug, who is still Bug. He doesn't change much. He's great. But he offers them the big bit. He's like, this is Bug's Love Grotto. All yours. And it's got snacks all up in it. It's a bit of a mess. And they're like, you know what? I think we'll take the other one. We'll take the tiny one. It's fine. We can fit. It's chill. And he's like, all right, that's to each their own. So he takes them down to the other bed. But it's nice that he's like, oh, come stay with me, obviously. He opens the door again and is like, angels! Like, he's so sweet. I love Bug. So when Kala is looking at this big pool in the house, she sees Wolfgang next to her. But Wolfgang kind of pops up because of what's going on where he is as well. He's like, it's kind of another moment of shit, I might die. But less than last time. But she sees the pool, and that's another reason he pops up, is because she knows he loves water. She sees him swimming in her mind. Boom, there he is. But with Wolfgang, him and Felix are going back to the apartment, and he sees the pin on the ground. Someone has entered his house, his home. Yeah. Oh no. And so he pulls his gun just to make sure. And he enters the apartment, and it's one of the kings that his aunt mentioned. It's Volker, I believe is his name. And he's sitting on his couch smoking, making the place his own, you know?
Yeah.
And evidently he's gonna offer him whatever he wants. He's like, I could give you money, booze, pussy, anything you want. So you and I could own this city together. Like, just give me this space, and this could be our kingdom. And I love what Wolfgang says. He's like, if I was interested, it'd be mine already.
Yeah.
Like, trust me, if I wanted it, none of y'all would be standing in my way. I could take it so easily. But I don't give a fuck. So go away. For now, that's where it ends. But evidently he's coming right on back. Volker's not done yet. So with Capheus, he goes inside his house. Mr. Kabaka is there. And evidently he's building a healthcare facility so that people in this area of Nairobi can get free healthcare, because everyone deserves free healthcare is what he says. And I was like, see, period. Like you keep making points.
See, this is why I like Silas.
Exactly. Like he may have been a dick, like not a dick, but like
he's harsh, but he's right. Like most times, like he's right.
He's harsh, but he does have like morals. Also, he says like because Kyle, what the hell? Where did that come from? Who's Tyler?
Who's Tyler?
I don't even know. I don't even know where that came from. I was gonna say Capheus, and I started saying Silas. That's where it came from. Oh goodness, it's like Rule from Mean Girls. So Capheus is kind of distrusting. He's like, oh, that's a perfect front for like drugs or money laundering, because like he knows Silas. But he says, do you not believe that a man can change? Which I will say this season, I think he did. I think he did change. Like, I don't see much like antagonism coming from his end that much. So I do think Silas I do think Silas has pretty much changed like the whole illegal side of his businesses. I think he's doing reputable shit now, if I remember correctly. So
I could definitely see that, especially if he's like more out to protect his daughter now. I think he's trying to put that life behind him and focus more on being a good dad and like taking care of his daughter now. I think especially.
And I will say there's another reason as well, but it's not present yet. I don't think it's even happened yet, but there is another reason as to why, and we will see that later. But yeah, he's gonna make sure healthcare is free to everyone in this area of Nairobi, which is really great. Because I'm all for free healthcare. And so back with Riley and Will. Riley is getting supplies from a friend. Someone knocks on the door, and someone's there giving her like anything she needs. I think she got some like specific drugs or something like that, depending. And they're speaking in a different language. It could have been Icelandic if I'm guessing right, but I don't know for sure. It could have been. It all could have also been. What's that? Danish? I don't even know. Dutch, thank you. It could be Dutch as well. There's a couple different languages that they could be speaking, but I am not sure. But they're speaking a different language. And when she closes the door, Will is on the other side of it and is like, now, I couldn't understand anything you guys were saying because I don't speak the language, even though, like, he has that skill from Eiley. He's like, I didn't know what language you were speaking, but if Whispers were to show up right now, he would, and he would be able to find us judging by what you were speaking with a local person. So he's like, you need to be a little more careful. And she's like, I totally get it. We definitely have to be careful. But she says she also got him a phone so that he could call his dad. And he's like, I don't know. Like, my dad's probably 100% being watched. Like, he's one of the people they would totally watch to try and get me. But she says it's okay. Like, Nomi said, as long as we throw this phone out right after, we'll be fine. So, and it's almost November. Like, you need to call your dad. Like, you've been gone for so long. And so he does. He ends up calling his dad, and his dad, the second he hears his son like breathe on the other end of the phone, is like, oh my god, like he was worried.
Yeah.
He was very worried about his son, and he's so relieved when he hears him. But he does get upset because he's like, are you drinking again? Because his dad stopped drinking because it was making him so sick, and he's drinking again now because of all this, and it's making Will upset. And he's like, you shouldn't be drinking. He's like, what do you care? You're not here. Where did you go? And he starts getting really upset and angry. And Will's like, okay, I'm gonna go. But his dad like stops immediately and is just like, no, don't go. Because he really is so sad that he hasn't been with his son. It's killing him.
Like, this is a very like complicated relationship.
It is. I was about to say that their relationship is so complex. And, like, there's so much antagonism in their relationship, but at the very core of it, they understand and love each other. It's just that there's a lot of, like, anger on the surface. And it's so interesting to watch, and it's so sad because his dad really does miss him. No matter how much he wants to yell at him, he just misses his son. And we see that a little bit as well when, like, they do their little 4th of July thing together. Because we've seen, like, in season 1, we see them fight, like, a lot, and he's like, screw you, like, that's just what they do. But even, like, on 4th of July, there was no animosity there. They just sat on their boat, had a nice talk, and drank some beers. They watched the fireworks, and it was really wholesome. So, like, they go up and down a lot, but they really do love each other. And so Will does have to hang up, he does have to go, and his dad is, like, so sad. And he's drinking again and everything. It's just such a really sad moment in their relationship. And he starts crying, and Riley has to comfort him because it's causing him so much pain. Now with Lito, we have a small moment of him in bed, and he's reading the comments. Never read the comments.
I was like, do not read the comments. Never read the comments.
If something happens in your life and people are talking about it, you don't read the comments.
No, never read the comments.
No. Bad. Even Wreck-It Ralph told us not to read the comments. Don't read the comments. Like, it's just a bad idea all around.
Yeah.
And obviously it is, because everyone's saying stupid shit about him. And Hernando's like, oh, give me that. Like, I told you not to do that. Like, don't. Yeah. So he takes it away from him. He's like, it's like an addiction. I'm like, I know. Once you read one bad comment, you want to read the rest, and it sucks. But, like, that's the reaction. And he's like, what are you actually afraid? Are you thinking about what you're actually afraid about? He's like, yeah, mama. So he's afraid to talk to his mom about all of this, because he knows that she knows now.
Yeah.
Evidently, because it's everywhere. So he's quite afraid to talk to her about all this. Now with Sun and Nomi, they're talking in her cell. And she's still preparing for when she's seeing her brother again. She's like, and she then asks, I don't know, is it time? And it's like, oh, is it time for what? Apparently there's a broadcast on. There's like a late night show on that her brother's gonna be on. And she wants to see it. She can't in prison, but she can with one of her friends. Yes, through Nomi especially, because Nomi probably has access to like everything. So she could be like, no, I could get a Korean broadcast. What do you mean? So through Nomi, she's gonna go watch that. And as she's walking up to the computer, she's like, okay, I'm gonna need you to like chill though, because like last time you broke our laptop and I need you not to do that again. Like, I understand you're mad, totally get it. But can we just, and she's like, I'll be fine. It's like, okay. And she watches the broadcast, and her brother's being horrible, obviously, because she knows. Like, she's being nice to the interviewer and nice on screen, like, oh, my sister's troubled. I just want her to get the help she needs so that she can come home and we can be a family again and be someone that our father could actually be proud of. And she's like she's mad. Like, she's like, oh my god, my father was proud of me, that's the thing. You know, like, he was disappointed in you, and now you're switching it up, and it's like,
Yeah.
she's pissed. And she does slam her fist down, but thankfully she only hits the takeaway. She doesn't hit the she doesn't hit the computer. So the computer's fine, but she like smashes the food and she's like, sorry. Like, she's very angry. But I really like this scene because it shows like a little bit more of the, like, even though everyone's in a very serious mood, it's a little more lighthearted in a way, and I like it. But yeah, she's pissed. Also, Bug was like, I didn't know she spoke Korean. It's like, yeah, she's full of surprises. But yeah, I love it. I love that even when Amanita walks in as well, she's like, she's not gonna destroy my laptop again, right? Like, she's gonna be good, right? But no, I love that scene. It's really funny. And now with Wolfgang, he's sitting in the snow, just chilling. And then Kala shows up, and she's like, just immediately like, "Whoa, this is awesome! Like, I've never seen snow with my own eyes. This is crazy." And like, that was me when I first saw snow. I was like, ah! Like, I was outside for like hours. It was crazy.
How quickly did that fade away?
Very fast.
Yeah.
But it's more so it fades fast when you're not living in it. Like, when I want to say the first time I saw like actual fluffy snow was when I was in the UK and it started snowing, and it was also my birthday. So I was like living. I was having so much fun. I was out in the snow all the time, but I didn't live there. So that was the difference. The first time I saw snow in general, in a technical term, was in, I want to say 3rd grade, maybe. And everyone was like, oh my god, even the person on the intercom was like, guys, go outside, because I was at school. She's like, go outside, it's snowing. And I was like, oh, and we ran out, and it was like God was like taking these like globs of slush and just chucking them at the ground. Like, it was not snow. It was more slushy water, but close enough. That was what we would get in California. So we were like running down like, oh my god, it's snow. Like, we were so excited. But like, now I'm living in it. I'm like, it snows, and I'm like, fuck yeah. And I run out on the first day. I'm like, it's snowing. And then like the next day, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You can move on now. Is it still, I don't think there's any snow left outside. No, I think it's pretty much gone, but
yeah,
it was out there for a while. Like, most of February, it was still white out there. But yeah, she's very excited because she lives in India, obviously, and there's not really much snow there. It's like hot all the time. And rainy, specifically, as well. So she's very excited. And Wolfgang ruins the mood, and he's like, yeah, just give it a little bit. It'll mix with the dirt and the soot on the ground, and it'll get gross in no time, which is fair. Mood, yeah. It does. It really does. And she's like, why do you do that? And he's like, what? She's like, ruin everything. Like, you, like, why are you in such a damp mood? And she says, I know that you're always like this, but I know that deep down underneath you, you want to change. Like, you have all this hope and this good outlook on life deep in you. And she's like, that's similar to me, where I have this all hopeful outlook, and then somewhere deep inside I have this darkness and this like bad thing, like somewhere deep in me.
Very yin and yang.
Yeah, yin and yang, exactly. And he's like, maybe that's why we're perfect for each other. Because they kind of balance each other out and they kind of change for each other. Or they don't need to change for each other. They can show all their underneaths and without, worry. And so they're about to kiss, but then she pops away and just like chucks a snowball at him, and it's really cute. It's a cute moment where they're like chasing around each other with the snow. And it looks like a snowball fight to them, but not to Felix, who rounds the corner with 2 women and is just like, Wolfgang, who's like rolling around in the snow all by himself. He's like, what are you on, and can I have some? So I love that. I love that Felix wasn't like, are you good? He was like, hey, give me some of that. Like, give me some of that crazy. But yeah, this was a nice moment. It was kind of a wholesome moment in the midst of like dark shit, It was nice. Which this episode kind of is. It's like the wholesome episode in the midst of all the other bad shit that happens throughout the show, So now it's Christmas. It's basically Christmas now because it's snowing. Everyone's in the holiday spirit. Riley and Will are kind of walking in a park. He's blindfolded so that just in case Whispers comes up, he can't see where they are. And apparently they're going ice skating, which is very exciting. And she's like, Whispers is with his family probably. It's Christmas. He's not going to be looking for you. And Will's like, I don't know, I would. But hopefully they're right. They're not. But they're going ice skating. And he's like, I don't know how to ice skate. And she's like, yes, you do, because I do. So you know how to ice skate. And so they do that. Wolfgang is painting the shop with Felix. He's doing like a bunch of like Christmas designs on the outside. Lito is going home for the holidays to see his mom. Nomi and Amanita are kind of going out. They're going to family's house, but I feel like they were also going to a party at one point. I'm not entirely sure. But they're going out to spend time with people. And Kala is setting up a nice dinner for her and Rajan, which is really sweet. With Nomi, Bug is kind of talking about how, like, he has friends, but they're more virtual friends. Like, he has friends on the computer, and they talk virtually, and he's like, I don't know who any of them are, but, like, we know everything about each other. We've never met, but we know everything about each other. Like, do you get that? And Nomi's like, oh, I get that.
Yeah, she's like, oh, yeah.
I definitely understand. And Amanita comes out in her dress. It's made of girlfriend material. Like, she is so pretty. I'm gonna cry. Like, she walked out in her dress and I was like, hello. Hello, Miss Amanita. My God. But she looks beautiful. So evidently they're going out to like a fun little party, a fun little get together. And they're about to go and Bug's like, have fun. And they're like, aren't you coming? And he's like, me? Really? They're like, yeah, of course. And he's like, he looks like he's gonna cry. He's like, oh, okay. Like, it's like, oh, Bug has friends in real life. It's so exciting. It's so sweet because he looks so touched that they thought of him. Like, I love this little family dynamic they got going as well. Like, this whole show, like, even if they're not, no one's related, it's about family. And I love that. It's like all through every situation that you see, it's family oriented, and I love it. Anyway, with Lito, he is at his mom's house. And he walks inside, and all of his and Hernando's pictures and stuff from the news about him is on the table.
Yeah, so she knows, for sure.
She knows, obviously, it's everywhere. And no one has shown up to this dinner, apparently. She has the table all set up. No one is there. And she says that her so-called friends would, like, shove the papers in her face and go, oh, I'm so sorry, my condolences. And she says, thank you so much, friends, for showing your true colors. Like, which gives a little tidbit into what she's going to be feeling. But Lito is like, I'm so sorry, Mama. I'm so sorry. And she says, you have nothing to apologize for. Absolutely nothing. Like, she said, honestly, this must have been so hard for you, and you were so brave, and I've never been prouder of you. And I was like, yay, expectation subversion. I'm so happy. Thank you, Mama. And because he loves his mom. He really does. And she says she always knew, for stereotypical reasons, of like, oh, you danced better than any of the straight boys or something like that. I'm like, but her heart's in the right place.
Yeah.
And she's very sweet about it. I was like, oh, thank you. And he hugs her. He's like, because it must be such a relief for him, knowing that the one person that he cares about, like he cares about Hernando and Danny so much as well, but like his mom was like his person for so long. And it must mean so much to him that she's like totally fine. And she's not like disowning him or something like that. Like, that's amazing. Like, he must feel so good. A weight lifted off his shoulders. And with Capheus, I love this moment. It's very small, but I love this moment. I think he's watching It's a Wonderful Life. I've never seen it, but that's my guess.
I think so.
It's like black and white and Christmassy. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a couple of those, but I feel like It's a Wonderful Life. And his mom is like, you watch this every year. And he's like, I like what it believes in. And she asks him what it believes in. And he said, people. Simply. Just people. Period. And I love that little interaction because that's how I try to go about life, is I try to believe in humanity. I try to believe in people. Even when it like punches me in the face left and right sometimes, I try to be like, the core of humanity is understanding and like love. I try to go through that. So I love that scene. It's like very teeny tiny, but like I was like, oh, I love this show and the writing. It's so flippin' good. Anyway. We then see pretty much everyone. We get a flash to a lot of different of the sensates, enjoying their time on Christmas. The song Hallelujah is playing in the background, which I love that song. Like, I'm not religious, but that is probably one of my favorite songs of all time. Hallelujah. Beautiful. And honestly, the person who wrote it didn't intend it to be religious, which is quite interesting. Interesting fact about that song.
Well, it reminded me of Shrek, because they played in the first Shrek movie.
Hallelujah. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. I haven't seen that movie in a while. They played it. Where's my favorite one? Oh, actually, oh no, yeah, my favorite one was, it was in the random, but I'm gonna mention it again and again in a second. The limited series When We Rise, which is about the history of the LGBTQ movement, especially in San Francisco. In the trailer for that, they played the song Hallelujah, and it was the version by Pentatonix. That version kills me because the harmonies are just like, they feel like bass in your chest, and I'm like it kills me every time. And I like fell in love with it after I saw it in the trailer and shit like that. So I love that song. It's beautiful. And speaking of When We Rise, Amanita and Nomi are in this, I think it's a government building. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but it's in San Francisco. And I remember it from When We Rise as like the place that everyone went to get married in when they legalized gay marriage. I don't know if that's like the place they would actually go. It might be though, considering it was like a historical drama. But that's really cool. And I also recognize it from the movie Milk, which also has to do with the LGBTQ movement in San Francisco. So, memorable building here that they're all in. And as they're all standing there singing Hallelujah, they look up and they see Angelica. It's kind of up at the top of the stairs, and they're like mesmerized by her and singing and stuff like that, because that's their like mom in quotes. Yeah. So it's very pretty, very beautiful scene. Everyone's like together on Christmas. So with Will and Riley, they're ice skating. They're having a wonderful time. And as they are, he looks to his left and suddenly Whispers is there. And he freaks out. He like drops and he's trying to crawl away while closing his eyes. It's really bad. Riley's like, fuck, fuck, fuck. And she has to run and get a shot for him. And he's once again taunting him. Mind games. He's like, oh, what would your father... I know you miss your father. Like, he's doing so badly and it's all because of you. And he's like, actually, you know why I know this? Because I'm with him now. And it's very much about fuck. Like, yeah. He is there with his father. And his dad is going on about like, oh, me and Will used to do this. Hang the lights. Everyone's saying he's done all this shit. And Whispers is basically like, with him being with his dad, he's basically threatened Will that he could do anything. Like, he's sitting with his dad. I could do whatever I want. I could kill him right now, and you wouldn't be none the wiser because you are not here. Like, he is trying to get under his skin so badly. And Whispers starts talking about, like, starts spreading lies. Like, Will did some of this stuff, but it was all for a good reason. You know, like, he's like, he terrorized our facility in Iceland. He was working with Jonas Malicki, and but he's insinuating that was, you know, against them, like a bad thing. Yeah. He's like, oh, he's basically a terrorist. And honestly, like, I love his father in this moment because he's like, I don't care. He says, I just want him to come home. Like, even if he did do all that stuff, I just want him to come home. We could figure it out then, but I just miss him. And I want my son back. Wow. Their relationship is so interesting. But as that happens, Riley gives him another shot, and it cuts the connection. So, I hope that he's still lucid enough though that he can walk back, because then she has to carry him, and I was gonna say,
does she like drag him the whole way?
I don't even know. I gotta be honest with you, I was wondering that too. So we also see Nomi and Amanita at the little dinner with their family, or Amanita's family, and I will say this now: the three men that are there are Amanita's dads. Her three dads. I will not elaborate on that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm like, is this like a Mamma Mia situation or what?
Honestly, yeah, it kind of is. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think we find out a little more about it later, but it's a throwaway thing. So yeah, I'll just say it's very much Mamma Mia situation.
What? Really? Okay. I was making a joke. Never mind. Okay.
No, it is very Mamma Mia. Because her mom's like, oop, I was a little bit of a slut. And then I think she says that later. I'm not 100% sure. But so they were all just like, yeah, of course we're her dads. Who wouldn't want to be a dad to this wonderful human? So I love them. This is a wonderful big family that she has, and it shows that she came from such a supportive place as well. Very different from Nomi, but that they were able to still connect. But yeah, they're having dinner with Amanita's mom and her 3 dads, and Bug. So with Lito, we also learn that New Year's is a tough time for Hernando because his parents were in a car accident on New Year's and they both passed away. So that's a very tough time for him. But he says every New Year's comes around, he just tries to remember what they gave him and how they made him feel. And that's a lovely thing as well. And as they're all holding hands, Danny starts crying. And she says, my family is nothing like this. Like, on Christmas, we would all be trying to tiptoe around each other, or else we'd start arguing. And it was a very stressful place. But she honestly has a better family now. And spending time with them and everything. Like, her mom, not her mom, Lito's mom, is like, well, then you can come here whenever you want. Like this is your family now, so you are welcome here whenever. And she's like crying and everyone's happy and it's just a lovely moment. I know you don't fucking like her, but I just really love this moment. It's sweet because like they all are just this cohesive happy family and I just love it. So with Sun, we see a little snippet of her as well. She's finally out of isolation. It is New Year's. It's about to be New Year's now. Like, this poor girl's been in there for months. And she's finally gets to have more contact with her cellmates. She's back, and the 3 of them welcome her home with tears and open arms, and it's just so sweet. They immediately say welcome home. Like, oh my god, they give her so much love, and I love these women. Anyway, with Wolfgang, apparently Volker has invited them to this party. It's like a New Year's party, and it's very big. Like, there's a big crowd down there as well. Like, it's New Year's, everyone's happening. And it's evidently, I'm trying to remember what it was. It was, like, built where the first part of the wall was taken down or something like that, which is interesting. Like, the Berlin Wall. So, cool historic kind of area. But he's being real nice. He's being real nice to Wolfgang and Felix. He's like, come on, come to the party. It's so much fun. For now.
Yeah.
For now. Very much expectation subversion, at least trying to on his part. But I don't think Wolfgang's super trusting. With Lito, Hernando and Lito are at the gravesite of Hernando's parents. Evidently, he goes there every New Year's. And he introduces Lito to them. He's like, Mama, Papa, this is Lito. Like, you would love him as much as I do. He's brought me so much happiness. And it's very much a sweet moment, like, that they get to do that together. And back at the party, Wolfgang sees Volker, like, pretty much make a, like, I'm gonna kill you kind of symbol towards the guy that was telling him about all the kingdoms with his aunt. This is the guy. And they're like arguing and Volker's like, fuck you, I'm gonna kill you. And Wolfgang's like, I don't know about this. I think we gotta fuck off. So he gets Felix, they leave. And now they're on the street and this man runs up to them. And he's like, whoa, you good? Like, go away. And he's like, no, you need to help me. Like, I swear to God, please help me. And he turns around, gets shot. He's dead.
Yeah.
And it's chaos. Everyone's running. Wolfgang and Felix have to run away. They kind of hide in this like little parking area. And they're hiding behind the cars. And all Wolfgang really has is fireworks. So I mean, they're effective, not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So like, if you're in trouble and you have fireworks, they could be a good weapon. So they're all hiding behind the cars. They take them out with some fireworks, but like they come back up pretty quick. Wolfgang gets held down by the guys, but no worries, because Sun gets him out of it, obviously. She can get at anything. And Will hops in too, and the 3 of them kind of take out all these guys together. Felix is down for a bit as well. But after they take down everyone, Auld Lang Syne starts playing because it's New Year's. And Wolfgang turns around and he sees everyone. Everyone's standing there, all the sensates. It's a very cool moment. And the last thing he says before the episode ends is Happy fucking New Year. Like, everyone shows up, he's like, hey guys, Happy fucking New Year! Shit just went down, but like, that's how the episode ends.
Yeah.
Who is your MVP for the first episode of season 2? I think can we just give it to everyone for this one? Because it was a catching up
cop out
thing.
though.
I know it is, but honestly, this episode is all about like catching up with everyone and seeing where everyone is. And I think it'd be good to just like we can treat it as like the August 8th cluster is one because they all took their breath as one.
But then that's such a cop out answer though, because it's like 8 fucking people in one.
It's one though. It's technically one.
Well, they're not technically one. They're technically 8 fucking people, but like they all more. It's like fucking Transformers or something. They all transform into one. I don't know.
So many people did so many good things this episode, even side characters. So I really think that we should just go like, well done, everyone. Woo!
That's such a cop-out answer, though. Like, that's so
but
stupid.
It's something
like,
that I know eventually we will have to do, and I think this is that moment.
well, if we do it now, we can't do it again.
We can. It's just gonna be a while. We have to treat it like, oh, we already did that recently. We can't do it again now. Like, a year from now, we can do it again, maybe. But, like...
A year from now? I think we'll be done with the show by then.
No, I mean for something else.
Oh.
I mean, actually, that's a very good point. Wait for this show. Oh, no. Okay,
like, that's the thing. Like, I feel like if we're gonna do that, we can only do that once. And you know what happens later. Is this the time you want to use it?
No.
Okay. So now you need to pick.
See, but now you have to pick too.
Well, I've been thinking about this for a while.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Riley.
Wolfgang.
Riley. Okay, hear me out. Riley has been sticking by Will's side throughout this for the entire episode. And the entire end of the last one too. But specifically throughout this whole episode, if he needs a shot, she's up and she's there. She's been getting supplies from someone because she's the only access he has to the outside world right now. Like, he can't leave that spot. She's still able to give him comfort and able to give him surprise on their birthday and able to bring him to the ice skate on Christmas. She's trying so hard to give some normalcy to his life while still trying to help him through what he's going through right now. And that's why I've given it to her.
Okay. I said Wolfgang.
Period.
He did many great things in this episode. He helped Leto break into his apartment. He helped with Sun during the interrogation scene. He was smart enough to do the little pin thing.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah. He also kicked ass in the end.
He did kick ass.
Fireworks. Yeah, and all around I think it was great. And again, he also we see he's also trying to give Kala her space now that she's married and stuff, and he's trying to back away from that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think all in all he was great.
He was one of my options, so I do definitely see why you picked him. Would you like to hear your grade for last week?
Sure.
Just imagine you're just like, no. I don't know why I ask. You have to. So, happy fucking New Year. You said maybe Leto said it. You were wrong, but that's not too much of a bad grade. For leaked, you said Leto. It was the photos that leaked. You got that right. That was an obvious one. See, I gave you a bunch that you didn't guess, like Clusterfuck 2, Electric Boogaloo. Forcibly removed. You said Nomi. I was talking about Leto, where he was forcibly removed from his home. I didn't want to say evicted for a reason. I don't know why, but I didn't. Attempted murder. You said maybe Wolfgang? I was talking about Sun. She was almost murdered in the room. An injured penis. You said had to do with Leto. You were wrong. It was Rajan. And Bug. You said Nomi. You were right because Bug is back. Obviously, that has to do with Nomi. So you got 2.
Cool.
Nice. Okay, you don't have as many for this one. You have 5. So the title of this episode, I'm not going to have you guess because it kind of involves mostly everyone, and you'll see why when you watch the episode. It's very much a group thing. I don't know if it's everyone, but it's mostly everyone. It's called Who Am I? And yes, you will see why when you get there. It's a great scene. It's one of the big favorite scenes of the show for a lot of people. But it's a great one. So your first vibe is premiere, which was a similar vibe given in episode 2's vibes, I believe, of season 1.
So
premiere
this is
once
another
again.
movie premiere for Lito.
For Lito.
Probably not gonna go as well as the last time.
It was like that last time, so let's see. Seagulls.
Seagulls?
Yes, I wanted to be fun with these vibes, but like seagulls.
Nomi.
There's two it could involve.
Nomi and where else are seagulls locally? Normally the beach, but I don't know where else beaches are.
I know you won't get this. It's okay.
That's fine. I mean, Nomi and Riley, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. There's a possible 2 points for this one because there's 2. So.
Okay.
Dad.
Do we finally meet Nomi's dad?
Ooh.
We were talking about that earlier. Could be Will's dad.
What do you want to lock in?
Oh, it could be Lito. Do we know if Lito's dad is alive or not?
I honestly don't know. I don't think we ever meet him. I'll say that.
Okay, well so it's not Lito. Then I'm gonna say Nomi.
You're gonna say Nomi. Okay. Next, Sarah. This could involve 2. So this involves 2 senseis.
So Sarah, I'm assuming Sarah Patrell. So I'm guessing that's Will. And maybe Riley because she's with him, or yeah, Will and Riley, I guess.
I could give you some aid for this and say remember when I said, but I'm not gonna.
I don't remember what you said, so don't worry. That won't help.
And the last one is a quote. It's my favorite quote in the episode, not because of just the quote itself that is really cool or anything, but the moment is so impactful. And when it's said, oh my god, that was one of my favorite moments of the entire show. When it's said, it's so impactful that like I was like, oh fuck yeah, like I felt like I could do anything. The quote is, "We're coming for you."
We're coming for you.
Specifically, the intonations, "We're coming for you."
I think that's Will talking to Whispers.
I
think he's gonna be like, "We are coming for you," like kind of like fighting back.
Fighting back.
Yeah.
Love a moment. All right. Those are your vibes for season 2, episode 2. Who am I? That was the first episode of season 2. Happy fucking New Year. Have some fun. We will see you next week for Who Am I?
Okay. See you then.
See you then.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.